Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Chinese Cartoon Podcast. It is the 21st of October 2017, and today we're going to talk all about that famous Studio Ghibli. As the French would say, because they love the French and they hate us. Actually, a lot of manga authors and anime creators go to France and give interviews, and they refuse to come to America. Like Go Nagai, he never comes to America. Anyway. I'm your host, Baby Dave, also known as Gotius Maximus in other parts of the internet. And one of my other hosts is Mr. Flame.
Hello.
Also, we have Mr. Faust.
Hello.
Hello, Ringo.
Hi.
And hello, Owl.
What's good?
Cool. So as I said, we're going to talk about Studio Ghibli today, because they're a bit famous, and also, why not? We like their stuff, I hope. If you don't, why are you watching anime? Anyway, but first we'll talk about what we've been watching, what we've been checking out, maybe any live action, any video games as well. Why not? Just include it all. Let's go wild. Let's start off, let's go in reverse order. I'm not going to remember the order, so only the first one will be reversed. With Al, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Not too much, actually. Watched a bunch of shorts, been catching up on my Ghiblis in anticipation for this podcast. I don't want to talk about any of them because we're going to talk about all of them anyway.
Yeah, but the NBA, we could talk about the NBA.
We could talk about the
back.
NBA.
It's back, baby.
It's back.
You live in Boston, right?
Yeah, I live in New England, but yeah.
You support the Celtics, I'm guessing.
Yeah, more or less.
On a scale of 1 to I hate my life, where are you after the Hayward injury?
Oh man, I can't believe that.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, what happened?
Did you?
Should have been standing there.
Basically, Hayward went off.
Oh, you mean the guy that fucking twisted his ankle?
Yeah.
Or the spot
Yeah.
right above his ankle, about 90 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty grim.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That looked pretty fucking awful.
I mean, the only one of worse I've seen is the Weir injury.
Oof.
Back a couple of years ago. That, yeah.
Yeah.
Ex-
His leg
that
was
response.
sticking out.
Yikes.
Yeah, and
That
literally
was pretty
everyone
bad.
just ran away from him. That was horrific. But he made a recovery, so that's nice, and hopefully Hayward can make a recovery. So you're not happy right now, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't follow basketball too much, but yeah, it's still kind of a bummer.
Cool.
Other than that, Team Fortress 2 launched an update for talking video games. The servers still don't work, so I played one round. So
Great update.
yeah, really great update, guys. You're on the ball.
When are they going to make the third game?
Never.
Team Fortress.
Yeah, Valve can't count to
Half-Life
3.
3. They don't make threes.
No.
But yeah, they don't actually. I'm trying to think. Diablo. No, that's Warcraft. That's Blizzard even. I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Not been watching anything else?
Not really.
Oh yeah, you don't watch RNC.
Yeah, I don't really watch anything. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, we're done with you then.
Okay.
We'll dispose of your desiccated body.
Okay.
Flame, what have you been doing?
I've been watching all the seasonals, just about.
Blech.
Yeah. I watched Garo.
Yeah, baby.
That
Garo's great.
it's
so
one of
trashy.
the edgiest shows I've ever seen.
No, I'm gonna correct you. I don't think it's edgy. I think Zodiac Wars is edgy. I think Garo's trashy, and I think there's a big difference. Like Garo's very clearly harking back to those 80s OVAs like MD Geist. Oh, the motorbike's about.
Yikes.
As Garo.
Where at yes, yeah. Oh, it is Garo. Yeah, I don't think it's edgy. I think there is a very different. Because I always describe edgy as a 13-year-old trying to impress his older brother who's an 18-year-old.
Well,
And I don't think Garo's trying to do that.
the opening scene is him fighting some weird titty monster.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
that does sound like I might have to set
What
the table
the
on that one. That
fuck?
sounds exactly like any given 80s OVA though.
Basically every horror action OVA starts with a woman getting fucked or boobs. Every single one. Literally everyone. Like, Wicked City starts with vagina teeth. Biohunter starts with someone getting fucked.
AD Police, I'm pretty sure, does as well.
Twilight of the Vampire starts with some boob. Yeah, they all do. And also, actually, I think that might have been a callback to the first animated series, which starts off with Sex Dad shagging a succubus demon and then killing her while she's riding him.
Jesus.
But first Garo series is great. Sex Dad is the best dad. There's a whole episode where he runs around naked. Just whole episode. But are you enjoying this season of Garo?
It's fun. I like it pretty well, yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch yesterday's episode?
Not yet.
Oh, there's a lot of ass. A lot of ass. They seem to have got Boichi Terusawa on board, the king of ass. Because, Jesus Christ.
I'm watching Garo and Inuyashiki. Yeah, Robo Dad is yeah, I'm watching it with
I'm totally 50, not 80.
Fantasy football league. Inuyashiki's awful. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, this poor old 54-year-old man, and then just aliens.
Yeah, my dad's 70 and he looks about 30 years younger than that guy. Yeah, it's kind of just the Gantz dude doing the Gantz stuff again of, look how terrible it is for this guy. Now he's going to get his retribution because this is so cool.
Like, how awful are those aliens at reconstructing people if they just give them, like, guns and stuff? Like, that's close enough, just put a machine gun in there, some lasers.
Who wouldn't want to be reconstructed with machine gun?
No, because they did say, oh, the only model we have left is the military one. So they did kind of explain that.
Oh.
But also it doesn't explain what they were doing there. I think the A&N review said, oh, they went on a they went up the wrong slip road. And had to get back on the motorway. Yeah, I haven't watched the latest episode, but it's probably going to be a drop fairly soon.
Yeah. Jesus, I've watched like everything this season. I really liked the Ancient Magus Bride OVAs. Those were great.
Yes.
The show's alright.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the show's pretty good, but those OVAs, I loved them. They were great.
The first episode or two of Bride was a bit disappointing, I thought.
Yeah. And I'm liking Just Because a lot as well. And
there's no one else watching that. No one else watching Just Because, I'm guessing.
I was interested in it before the season started because, like, I guess the director has never done anything else or has, like, 2 credits, as far as I know.
That's Garo, mate.
Oh, yeah. No, there's... I Just Because had, like, no information on it.
That's always very good sign.
Yeah.
There's
so
no information.
I was waiting for it to be dog shit, but I haven't heard of it.
What is Just Because about?
I think it's a romance.
it's a romance show.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one people were comparing to Tsuki ga Kirei?
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't say they're similar, but they're similar.
they're recent romance shows, right? People can only compare them to each other.
Yes, they're recent romance shows by people who haven't done a lot.
Yeah.
So they're similar in that way, I guess. But in terms of like what they're about, they're not much
People
alike.
Anime people compare everything to everything, no matter what.
And
Only as long as it's within the past 5 years.
more importantly, I watched Akira and Redline.
Huh.
Oh, alright. We'll skip this part.
Redline was
Why?
awful.
Shut
Fuck
your
you.
Worse than the Phantom Menace.
First of all, fuck
What?
you. Second of all, fuck you.
What?
You're off the cast.
What's wrong with... No, okay, what's wrong with Redline?
What's just about everything except
I'm
the
getting
animation?
I'm getting out.
That's the point, though. It's a very, very simple story
You
that
can't
doesn't
just
really
have
matter.
one thing be a point of something and have it be good.
No. Yes, you can.
No, you
It's an
can't.
animation showcase.
Did you find the new Mad Max movie to be bad too?
Didn't watch it.
Oh, worse than the Phantom Menace, right? Come on.
Yeah, worse than Phantom Menace.
Jesus
Easily.
But
Christ.
midichlorians.
Ugh.
At least they.
No, but like the whole point of Redline is we're going to animate a cool race, and everything else is just.
Oh, we're
enabling
gonna
that to
animate
happen.
a cool race and then have half the movie have nothing to do with racing.
Well, they're enabling the cool race.
They should have just
mean-
made it like a short or something. If they just wanted to have something that's really just great animated and stuff, then that'd be the only point of it. It's like a 2-hour-long movie. Half of it ain't even the
It's like an
racing,
hour and a
so there's
half.
no fucking point. Whatever. Half of it ain't even fucking the racing, so there's no point. When you do get to the racing, a lot of it's just kind of pointless. Like, it's just action. It doesn't really have much stakes or anything. Like, at the end,
Do you not like the Fast and the Furious then?
Or Ruby.
I would say the Fast and Furious has more stakes than this does.
Even Too Fast, Too Furious?
Oh,
I don't
boy.
remember
The
Too
early-
Fast,
the
Too
early-
Furious.
Yeah, the early ones.
I'm hungry. My pockets are empty.
Hey,
Ah, Tyrese, God bless you.
Too
he's
soon.
hungry.
What about Tokyo Drift?
Tokyo Drift. I don't remember that one either.
Don't remember that one? With the
No.
30-year-old man playing a
I
15-year-old?
remember
Yeah.
there was like a guy that was like eating shit all the time.
The most southern man available.
You can't compare it to the newer ones, because the newer ones are like comic book movies now. They're like superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
But the early
If we
ones,
talk about the OG ones.
yeah, like the
back
first
in the
one,
day,
second one, third
the early
one.
2000s.
Yeah, welcome to the Fast and the Furious podcast.
The original trilogy. My boy Paul Walker, rest in peace.
Mm.
Don't
Riff.
make me cry.
Man, Paul Walker. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
But okay, Akira.
Yeah,
Let's move on
Akira's
to Akira then.
better in every way.
Well, they're totally
I'll agree
different.
with that. I'll agree with that, for sure.
Maybe not animation, but Akira is still really great looking.
I don't know.
Akira is buttery smooth.
Yeah.
It is, especially like in
insanely.
the faces and stuff.
I absolutely adore the visuals in that movie. In
I don't know, his character designs are pretty bad. The massive foreheads.
I still think they have a certain charm. I don't think they're great, but I don't know. They're distinctive enough, I think.
Yeah, because they have a
Yeah.
head a foot taller than they should be.
It kept going the whole time. Like in Redline, there's a huge part in the middle of it where it's just like introducing other racers in like a series of TV vignettes.
Do you mean vignettes?
Vignettes.
Vignan.
Go on.
Vignon.
That's not how it's
Vignettes
pronounced.
in Versailles.
We'll be saying aluminum
Bog-
next.
bogged down.
man.
Yeah, where they're just like introducing the other racers. You've never seen them before. They're just, oh, here's this guy. He did this. All right, move on to the next one. And just the middle half of the movie is fucking boring. But in Akira, it's just always going. There's always some sort of sense of progress to it.
But it also has a narrative from the beginning that's going
Could you
through.
say
and
that
Redline doesn't.
things are continually getting stronger?
Ooh.
Ooh, take a Kanye reference. Yeah, anyway, continue. I'm sorry. I'll edit that one out.
If we edited out all of Dave's shitty jokes, this podcast would be like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it'd be so much better.
That's true.
And like at the ending, like the sequence at the end when Tetsuo, was that his name? Yeah,
Yeah.
was just
Canada!
going through and wrecking shit, and then turns into the big monster, right?
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
spoilers.
But, yeah.
For a 30-year-old film at this point, almost?
I think it was 1988. So yeah.
Yeah. Ow. Eesh. Still looks better than everything else, basically.
Oh god, where was I
Yeah.
going with that? Yeah,
You were saying it's cool, looked cool.
It felt like it had like importance to it. Like I was really excited about it, unlike Redline. where stuff just sort of happened. Just cause.
I mean, they're two different types of films. It's kind of hard to compare them against each other.
I said it earlier, dude. Anime fans compare everything to everything.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, really.
Everybody compares everything to everything.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't compare cups to McDonald's.
I don't know.
Yeah, cups are better than McDonald's anyway.
What if it's Christmas?
Well, fuck you, no. Happy Meals, mate. Happy Meals.
Nah, fuck
We're
Happy
cutting this
Meals.
part out, right?
No.
So
this is
what
staying.
I've been doing the last week or so is really nothing. I kind of failed on watching all the Ghibli films.
You watched quite a few of them, though.
I had seen 4, and then I watched I think 3 more. And I was
Okay.
planning on watching a shit ton
More than
last
I did.
night, but then I got caught up in the Doki Doki Literature Club craze that's going on right now.
Boy.
Holy crap! What a mindfuck of a game that is.
Still have no idea what the fuck it is.
No spoilers.
It's a free light novel on Steam that.
Oh, the
I thought it was
best
a
guy.
visual novel.
Oh,
What did I say?
You said light
light
novel.
novel.
I meant to say visual novel.
Ah, okay.
And it's very, very interesting. Go play it. It's free.
Yeah, I got better things to do with my time.
Are you not going to compare it to Katawa Shoujo?
What?
Nah, compare it to Europa Universalis if we're going to do comparisons. So you watched nothing apart from 3 Ghibli films.
Trying to think really hard. I might have watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Super, which I'm somehow powering through.
Why?
Because I'm a diehard Dragon Ball fan, and even though it's complete garbage, you just have to watch it.
Yeesh.
But it is bad.
I've heard
It's
it isn't
terrible.
that bad.
It's so hollow, and it feels like a fanfic.
But isn't Toriyama working on it? I thought.
He is, I think, but it's still awful. It's so bad. It's better than GT.
GT. That's the bar you need. As long as there's something
As long
worse,
as
it's
it's better
fine.
than-
That
you're
one
fine.
anime that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's like Bubblegum Crisis Flat. No, Bubblegum Crash even is still better than Bubblegum Crisis 2040. So it's fine.
I will say the arc it's on now is exponentially better than the beginning and like next 2 arcs in the series.
But wasn't the beginning just recapping the
The
movie?
beginning was literally
basically?
the movie, so you can cut out the first 25 episodes if you've seen the film. And
25
then, like,
episodes to replace one film?
yes, they
Okay.
really
Alright.
stretch it out.
I forgot this is DBZ we're talking about.
Yeah. And then like the next
Yeah.
2 or 3 arcs were just kind of really meh and like fan servicey. Not fan servicey as in like nudity, but like, hey, here are these
Fan service
characters.
as in,
Oh, they're
look
together
at
now.
Goku do this thing.
Well, to be fair, it has been a long time since Dragon Ball Z, so they kind of have to, in some ways, kind of reintroduce everyone and give that fan service, because a lot of the people who watched as a kid may now be watching it with their children.
Yeah, but it's just the way.
So it's kind of a difficult thing to do. I can understand it's hard. Doesn't mean they like excuse, but I can understand it's kind of a difficult thing for them to do. If you know what I mean?
I just that the way they're executing it feels like so like, oh, we have to do this thing. Here are these people. They're doing this. Okay, next people. Like it's very like checklist like almost.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's not. We don't need to talk about Dragon Ball Super. It doesn't need the time of day.
Okay. Have you gone, Val?
No, I have not. I
Thank
didn't
God.
really have the time to watch a lot of the Ghibli movies. However, last weekend I did go to most of the Glasgow portion of Scotland Loves Anime.
Ooh.
And
Very nice.
it was a little disappointing compared to
Oh.
last year. Went and saw Fireworks, Kizu Part 3, Venus Wars, and Dragon Dentist.
Venus Wars!
Which was
sorry.
actually maybe my favorite of the 4.
I guess Venus Wars is considered to be just trash, but fun trash.
Venus Wars wasn't a great film.
It looks pretty though.
Oh no, it definitely does. I don't really know anything about the studio it was animated by, but the director is...
It's Yaz.
Yeah, it's Yoshikazu Yasuhiko.
Yasuhiko, yeah. Yes.
Who was character designer and
Character.
animation director for like a shitload of the original Gundam shows.
And he directed the original Gundam trilogy of films.
Yeah, that too.
And Giant Gorg, of course. We all know Giant Gorg, right?
Oh,
No.
who doesn't?
Love Giant Gorg.
Of course.
Nah, Yaz is amazing. And he's the one who wrote the Gundam The Origin manga as well.
Oh yeah, he
which
was.
is incredible.
I think he also
But the way he
did-
writes that, he just draws it straight on the page with pen. He does no like planning or anything. And one of like the guy who does, I forget what the manga did like a little postscript to it and said, I don't understand how he does this. This is stupidly difficult.
This man is
He
a
just
god.
draws it straight out. Like, I just don't understand. It's the guy who does the Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei manga, I think.
Oh, really?
Ah,
Neat.
alright.
I think it was. Anyway, continue. I went on a tangent.
Yeah, Venus Wars was really fun. I think it kind of dragged on a bit though, in the middle especially, and the parts where they decided to splice in live action footage.
Oh yeah. of
Don't
course they
really
did. It's the
get
80s.
why they did that.
Because they had money to burn and they were all high as fuck.
Yeah, I guess. Especially since they would have had to leave Japan for the footage because it was in a desert.
Wait, you don't know about those Japanese deserts, dude?
If Hokuto no Ken has taught me anything, Japan is full of deserts.
There's a desert in Log Horizon, I think.
That's also in a computer.
Yeah.
It's
No,
based
Log Horizon was
off
in
of
Japan.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Half
Christ, I
scale
haven't watched
model
that in
of
ages.
Japan.
Oh, really? Oh.
That's such a dumb idea. For a show with so many clever ideas, that is a really
Oh,
stupid
sorry,
idea.
half scale of the world.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
happen to be in Japan.
Yeah.
And each country's a server. Yeah, that's so stupid.
That is kind of
anyway.
weird. So the other good one was Fireworks, animated by Studio Shaft and directed by Akiyuki Shinbo and Nobuyuki Takeuchi. It's the remake of a 1995 TV drama, written and definitely directed by a guy named Shunji Iwai, who would go on to be fairly famous in the Japanese film and TV industry. It's basically about a guy trying to save scum his way to like the good end of a date, basically. It's actually really good. I'm not sure why it has like a 6.9 or whatever it is on Mao.
When did it come out? Is it like?
No, it came out like
Or,
really
yeah.
recently.
Oh yeah.
It was. I want to say it was released around the same time as Kizu Part 3.
Oh yeah.
August 8th, 2017.
Yeah,
Huh.
or August. Maybe
Wow.
that one as well. It had
I can't find
some.
the original.
It's a.
Do you know what the original's called?
It's called. The full title is Fireworks. Should we watch them from the bottom or the side?
Yeah, I know. I found the new version, but I can't find the old version.
No, the old version's full name is
'Cause Mouse-
Fireworks. Should we see them? Should we watch them from the bottom or the side? It's a TV drama. It's not an anime.
Oh, it's drama. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
And I didn't really like the ending. They kind of sort of didn't really do anything to wrap up the story or any of the real conflicts that were going on.
The best kind of ending.
Yeah, my favorite. Ending.
Yeah.
That's why I love light novels.
It's a little bit of sarcasm there.
Yeah. And also, I swear to fucking god, the main girl in Fireworks looks just like Shinjo Gahara.
Is that a bad thing?
That's why he likes it.
No.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing. I mean, it would be better if she looked like Kanbaru, but, you know, can't win everything. And the other Studio Shaft film I saw, Kizu Part 3, was probably the worst.
Yeah.
It's just fucking nothing's going on for like an hour and a half.
Oh, so it's the red line of the Kizu movies.
Actually,
It is
actually
the worst
no.
one.
It is.
Yeah,
Is
I
the,
thought Kizu 3 was kind of disappointing. Well, we talked about it a bit on the Monogatari podcast, but
Is it the end of
Well,
part
except
2
I
or the
hadn't
beginning of part
seen
3
it then.
yeah.
when he gets the priest guy, where he goes like in the
That's
super.
the
No,
end
the
of part
end
two.
of-
That is
end
the
of part two.
cliffhanger ending of part two.
They should have put
Yeah,
that in.
because the very
part three.
opening of part 3 is, I think, them talking about how, spoilers here, Mei
You
Mei,
need to tag this for every spoiler ever.
well, it's a recent film, I figure I may as well, about how Mei Mei stole Shinobu's heart, or
Yeah.
Kiss Schultz's heart. Yeah, just there.
Did you like the Coke commercial? Was that in part 3, or was that in a different part? Or they're just like
That
drinking
was
a Coke?
those 2, I think.
I think that was part two.
Yeah, I
shit.
don't remember that in part 3.
All the good things were in part 2.
Yeah, that's why it was the best one.
I would
yeah.
agree with that. Honestly, it just felt like the trilogy probably could have been cut down to 2 movies, and it would have been a lot better.
I think it could have easily been 2 films.
The
A
scene,
duology, as we said.
yes,
It'll
the
work for
scene
Hobbit,
with
so they can do it for
Araragi.
No, it didn't work for the
yeah, it didn't
Hobbit.
work for the Hobbit.
That's the complete
It
opposite
worked
of what happened.
financially for The Hobbit.
That was 1 film, and they stretched out to 3 films. That book
Yeah.
is shorter than any of the other Lord of the Rings books.
Money.
And it's a really good book.
Money,
They
money,
ruined
money,
it.
money.
Fucking
Must be
romantic.
funny.
bullshit
Living in a
subplot.
rich man's world. Sorry. Anyway, continue.
I think that was everything I had on Kizu Part 3, besides the fact that the scene in the sports cupboard with Araragi and Hanakawa
boy.
was fucking awkward to watch in
Oh
a
my
theater.
god, it was.
Try watching the
Jesus
the
fucking
boot
Christ.
scenes.
Most of the other weird fan service in that movie was like totally fine for me to watch in theaters, but that one did make me feel pretty uncomfortable.
Should just whipped your dick out, man.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
It was like the beginning of a porno. It
was
really
weird.
was.
Sounds like my kind of movie.
Yeah, dude.
Where do I sign up?
I don't think it's playing anywhere else in the UK right now, so
Not on Pornhub.
Yeah, it
No.
is. It's on
Well,
YouTube.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. And the other one was Dragon Dentist, which is a adaptation from one of the Animator Expo shorts. It was done by Studio Kara and directed by Kazuya Tsurumaki, who actually
So that's what
directed...
they'd be doing instead of making Ava 4.9.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he directed...
He's been doing Godzilla.
No, that was, fuck, what's his name? Anno. Hideaki Anno. Forgot his name there for a second. I feel kind of
that's
bad.
Blasphemy.
A animator at Ghibli for a while, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tie it all in.
And a voice actor.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get
Anyway,
to that.
continue.
Yeah, it kind of had the same problem as Kizu. There just wasn't enough going on for the length.
So it's the red line of Kara movies.
I'm gonna make this joke the
I
whole
don't like Redline
podcast.
being like
Uh,
the button of the joke.
No, it wasn't quite that bad.
Oh boy.
There were...
That'd be the second rebuild.
Yeah.
I like the second rebuild. It's better than the first rebuild.
Well, first rebuild is just those scenes you liked from Ava.
Except slightly
Yeah,
worse.
except altered in a way that made it worse.
Yeah, taking away all the character development and backstory stuff.
Well, it's a sequel,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really need it.
Yeah, yeah.
But we won't talk about Ava right now, because that could be its own
That
podcast.
can be.
Back to whatever hell you were talking
Dragon
about. I don't
Dentist. It's
remember.
pretty.
Dragon Dentist.
You can tell that it was directed by the same guy as Fooly Cooley, but ultimately disappointing.
Wonderful.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ghibli podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even
After
talked yet.
80
Oh,
years.
yeah. Yeah, Dave, have you seen anything?
Yeah, what have I been watching?
Yeah, come on, Dave.
Wow.
Talk
You've
to us
been
about the
watching
80
Ghibli?
airings you've been watching.
I'm not going to talk about airings,
Okay.
apart from the fact that Kino's Journey is really disappointing. It's not bad. I would stretch to say it's bad. I think it feels like just another anime,
Yeah.
whereas the old series had something special about
it was
it.
special because it was old.
Really?
Right?
No, it was special because the director actually seemed to have passion for the material, and actually wanted to do something with it. Whereas this version very much feels like, here's the material, let's just churn out the anime. Yeah, it's pretty, but it's kind of soulless in many ways. The latest episode was much better than anything else.
Just really dull to me.
Really what?
Sorry, really dull.
Really dull.
Okay.
Really dull banana.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
dull,
really dull.
and boring
It's-
and kind
it's
of dragging on.
Yeah, it's not wonderful, but people are spaffing their dicks all over it
The
because it's
red
new.
line of seasonals.
Yeah, red line of seasonals.
No, I meant the original.
So it's the red line of seasonals. Yeah, Garo's fun but trash. Infinity Force. Oh god, I just hit my bloody headphones. Infinity Force is great. Has the best action scenes of any show this season. Story's not much, but who cares? Because it's got fun action scenes and a really camp guy with pink hair and a vampire mecha lady.
Ooh.
I mean, what more do you want? It's great. Go watch Infinity Force.
Is it
if
a
you just
lolly?
want- Wally?
Lolly.
Is there a lolly?
No.
Oh, well then.
Oh, so it's good.
Yeah, she's an adult. She's actually an adult. She's just also a robot and a vampire.
1,000-year-old lolly vampires are adults.
It's totally fine to sexualize an underage body if she's an
Oh
adult.
boy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's fine. It's fine.
Welcome
It's just like
to
all
the
those
Lolly
pornos with children in
Podcast.
it, and it says everyone's totally over 18 in this one's, guys.
They're just
Yeah,
cartoon
totally over
characters.
18. Yeah, I'm happy with you to make them. I just don't think you should
Jack off
be
to
so willing and happy to endorse them. But again, that's another topic for another
Yeah,
day.
it is.
I was going to start ping pong,
Oh, you were? Really?
but I'm still watching Kino's Journey, the old one, so I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to start ping pong.
Really? Okay.
Instead, I
I'm
started Gao Gai
not
Ga,
holding my breath.
which I'm genuinely going to start it after Kino's Journey. Old Kino's Journey, great by the way, fantastic. Go watch it.
No, it's not.
But Gao Gai Ga started Gao Gai Ga, which is known as the best super robot show ever. Fuck you, Gurren Lagann. You're not the best mecha show ever. You're just a really derivative homage to the genre, which is the point of view, but that means you're not that great. But Gao Gai Ga is great. It has Transformers. It has 2 fire trucks which turn into giant robots. It has a submarine piloted by a giant robot. It has mecha, which with the best Gatai sequence ever.
Why would a
I mean,
robot
train goes through
need
the
a
body,
submarine?
and then things come out the sea with drills on them, and there's like a stealth bomber. It's great. The main character's called Guy, fantastic, and he's a cyborg, and he can go golden when he switches his hair around. It's absolutely bananas. There's a bad guy called Pizza. I mean, it's bonkers. Like, it's absolutely crazy. And there's so many flashing lights on screen. I don't know how that wasn't dinged for the epileptic fit. Yet Pokemon
Yeah.
was. Because Gao Gai Ga is about 1,000 times worse than the Porygon scene. Honestly, every episode there's like, whenever they see the bad guys in their lair, it's just strobing white lights constantly for minutes at a time. And other times there's like flashing yellow
They
and red lights.
just learned how to do the strobe effect, dude. Gotta give them credit.
No, I think they were all high as fuck is what they were. It's got amazing animation. Thing about Gao Gai Ga is, it was made for 8 to 13 year olds, like the shonen demographic. Because yes, that's the shonen demographic, guys. Like, if you think shonen are meant for people older than that, they're not.
Dude, my mature shonen though.
Oh, Naruto,
Dude,
it's so deep.
dude.
Mate, it's
No,
meant for 8 to 13 year olds.
It's more subversive than that, dude. It's a deconstruction.
Something
it's a
bad.
deconstruction. Yeah. But yeah, so and then halfway through they realized only people in the late 20s and early 30s, aka the people who grew up in the 60s and 70s during the Super Robot craze, were watching it. And so halfway through it kind of switches and kind of changes what it's doing. I haven't got there yet, I'm still in the kiddie phase. But it's great. I just saw a guy fighting a large Hadron Collider, basically. Because what they do is the Zondas, they take over people, and the people like merge with machines. So like they fought spaceships, trains, a horse thing that can fly. So there's loads of desk fans.
They merge with machines,
yeah,
but
Gao
they
Gai's-
fight a horse?
Oh no, it's not a horse. It's a horse robot.
Alright, okay.
It's a robot
So,
with a horse
wait.
head. That's the first episode.
So
Come
is
on.
that fucking like G Gundam then? Because I'm pretty sure there's
Oh,
one
like
of
G
that.
Gundam seems dead serious
No,
compared to Gao Gai Ga.
There's a
There's a child who
no,
turns
there's a
into a
horse
green
robot
fairy.
in
at the
G
end.
Gundam. I'm pretty sure.
No, Jikan. No, that's Funsaiki, and he's just that's a robot. That's a mecha. I'm talking about actual robots here.
Oh, okay,
and Funsaiki is
sorry.
powered by a horse in latex. It's driven by a horse who gets in a latex suit and then has the one-to-one like motion.
Actual robots,
Yeah,
not to be confused with real robots.
Yeah, because if I say real robot, you're going to think mecha. I'm talking about actual
Yes,
like
I
honest
know.
to god robots.
I know.
Because
Just making fun of the
this show has
classifications.
this show has mecha and robots, and it makes it really difficult to talk about it. But yeah, Kaguya is fantastic. It has the best OP ever. It's just a guy shouting the name Kaguya, and just hot-bloodedness all round. So that's great. Also started Ashita no Joe, because I thought I like Dazaki. Let's watch one of the classics. It's pretty good. A couple episodes in, Joe's an absolute arsehole.
Oh,
I love it when the typical Japanese hero, an absolute dickhead. He just like goes around beating people up, including the Yakuza. It's bizarre. And there's some annoying children, but overall, I'm really enjoying it.
Fuck kids in
final thing-
anime.
What?
Sorry, fuck kids
Oh,
in
yeah.
anime.
But they do get beaten up at one point, so that's
Oh, okay, that's good then.
also watched Go-Go 13, the movie by Dazaki, with my parents. That was an interesting.
yeah.
Because Go-Go 13 is a man who has sex every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
With stony face look. Although it is meant for 50-year-olds, I think they were like, this is hilarious trash. Because it is hilarious. It's not a good film, but it is hilarious trash. It's just Go-Go 13 go around shagging people and killing them. It's fantastic. And also, like, they were, again, these people must be on drugs, because what they're doing visually is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. But it's great. I enjoyed it. Not good, but I enjoyed it. So that's
So you're saying it's possible to enjoy something that's not good.
That's my life, mate. The amount of OVAs I've watched. Oh, I'm currently watching OVA. It's pretty funny. It's like in the future, but they all wear togas and they have Roman gladiator games where they fight with swords.
Of course.
And one of the episodes just has a random dance scene in it. The main character gets home, her slave greets her, slave wife.
Ooh.
Oh, but she's a woman as well. It's sort of lesbonics.
Ooh.
Oh, so
and
it's
she's
Yuri.
like, "Oh, you're looking down. You just had to kill someone she knew. Let's have a dance because that'll make you feel better." And then there's just like a random 30-second scene of them dancing bizarrely, and then it's just cut straight back to the episode. Like, I don't know what happened there. It's hilarious, but I just don't know what happened. It's glorious. But anyway, that's what I've been watching. Let's move on
Let's
to.
get to the topic of the
Now that
podcast.
we're
Main section.
40 minutes in, let's talk about Ghibli.
Oh Jesus Christ! Well, that's because you're talking about every film you saw at Scholar Loves
I don't know,
Anime.
dude. We all took a while there.
I didn't. I was
Yeah.
quick and sweet.
Yeah, because
I
you
was-
didn't
I
watch
was-
anything.
Quicker than usual.
Yeah.
It only
Okay.
took 15 minutes this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Welcome back to the Chinese Cartoon Podcast. We're going to talk about Ghibli now, all about the Ghiblis. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to go through each film in order. Ooh, hello. Sorry, Ringo's just posted a girl belly dancing in the chat.
Oh wow.
Although she does look about 12, so my erection is not present. So yeah, we're going to talk about them all in order. If we have nothing to say about something, we'll just skip it, because otherwise this is going to take forever. So, start with the first one is, what, Cello?
Yeah.
Oh, Gauche or
Let's
whatever?
talk about Cello. Has anyone else seen it?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm probably the only one who's seen it then.
Give us
It
a summary.
is, it's a movie. You watch it with your eyes.
All right.
Um,
You listen.
Oh.
So this guy is basically he plays cello in like a band, and the guy who's in charge of the band, the conductor, the teacher, or whatever, he doesn't really like how he plays. He thinks he's not that good or something. So whenever he's practicing in his house, like a bunch of animals come out and they'll teach him a new way to play the cello. Like the animals will play like songs, or the birds will chirp in a way that like teaches him how to play. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. So by the end of the movie, after he's learned from all the animals, he's good at playing cello. I don't know.
Okay.
It's
Like
stupid.
Himike without the Yuri.
It's stupid. Yeah.
I would like to point out this wasn't actually made by Studio Ghibli.
It's on
was
their
produced
mouth
by
page.
Studio-
All right. Oh yeah.
Studio Ghibli produced them. The actual people who made it was O Productions.
Okay.
But continue.
No,
Who cares?
that's basically it. It was stupid, boring, just like a lot of Ghiblis.
It's got a 7.05 on Mal,
Yeah.
which is
I
better than.
yeah, I don't know why.
A lot of good
Who's-
stuff.
Better than
I
Goku
don't
Midnight
know
Eye.
who's
Goku
watched
Midnight Eye
this
has
movie. Like,
apparently 7,000 people.
Yeah. I don't know why
500
you'd
people.
want to go out of your way to watch this, aside from the fact that Studio Ghibli
Well-
and Takahata are attached.
Well, I've got on my plan to watch
Yeah,
this, so
I don't
I'm
know.
going to watch
I think
it.
this
I
is
think
one of the first
that's
things that-
probably why.
Yeah. One of the first films Takahata did, actually, I think.
Well, it is a kids' film,
Yeah.
so I mean, can't blame him.
No.
Rated G for all ages.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cool. So that's that done.
Yeah.
Got that
Yeah,
shit
get
out
that
of the way.
garbage out of the way.
Are we going to talk about Nausicaa
Yeah, dude.
now?
Yeah.
Because it,
Nah.
Nah,
Nausicaa.
dude.
Nausicaa. Because it is. I mean, it's technically not made by Ghibli, but
It's a fucking Ghibli movie.
everyone involved was Ghibli.
Yeah. Oh,
So yeah, we'll talk about it. Thoughts? Go on.
I think it's pretty solid. I don't know. I like some of the. I like kind of the whole post-apocalyptic nature of the whole thing. I like how everything's different. I like that I don't remember what they're called. The big things with all the eyes.
Omu.
I think.
The
Yeah, I think those things are super cool.
Yeah.
They are. The designs in it are really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a strong art aesthetic,
For sure.
very much so. I love this movie, quite frankly. It's probably my second. Oh, it might even be my favorite
Same.
Ghibli inverted commas
Oh
film.
wow. Well, you guys talk about it then. I think this movie's okay.
Well, I was good.
I hated the music in it. Took me out of it quite a bit.
Well, you're wrong. You're
It
wrong.
was bad.
You're wrong. Yes, there's a lot of shitty synth.
Yes.
Just like Gundam
like
Double A.
bad synth.
But the main theme
Like,
is
let's go down to a
fantastic.
garage sale
really
and
is.
find like a kiddie keyboard and hook that up.
No. The main theme is good and it carries the movie, and I don't care about the rest of the music because you got the main theme, and that's fantastic. And that plays in the important moments. Actually, no, you haven't just got the main theme. You've got the little children's song too. You've got two pieces which are great, and they play during the key sequences, and it works fantastically.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, the children's theme. You mean the one that plays in the flashback with the tiny Omu?
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom,
that one.
boom, boom. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I'm just guessing it's a children's like nursery rhyme thing. Sounds like it.
Yeah. I mean, it was probably it was his really first big one that explored the whole man versus nature thing.
Yeah.
mean,
environmentalism.
Future Boy Conan did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Nausicaa was like the thing that kind of one of the things
The
that
lo-
scares me on
The
about.
long-standing Ghibli
along
theme
with-
of environmentalism.
And that's well, yeah, but
But yeah, no, I actually
Yeah.
really like.
Well, I think it works in this. I think
I
it-
like how man versus nature was portrayed in this movie. Better than in some of the other Ghiblis, actually. But
yeah, because you can understand why everyone did what
Yeah.
they did. They had
definitely.
it was very much we got to do this to survive, guys. We don't have a choice about it. Whereas some of the others can be quite heavy-handed. And I mean, this isn't exactly a light touch,
Yeah.
but I think it
Ghibli
does present.
Ghibli does,
There's no real bad
Miyazaki
guy.
doesn't really have a light touch when it comes to
I
environmentalism
don't-
or anti-war.
At least with the themes in
Or
Ghibli movies,
airplanes.
I don't think
Or
subtlety
airplanes.
is the forte there. But
But I don't think that's necessarily
no,
a bad
I don't
thing.
think
Oh,
so.
no.
I think it's fine to be overt about the themes that are in. That I mean, Miyazaki is known for these themes because he's never subtle with it. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it works in this one, and I just like the fact there's no real bad guy in the film.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's reasoning is legitimate. It does soften the problem that it's like a third of the manga,
oh really? Yeah,
and And so, like, the manga is 7 volumes and big A4 pages. I've got looking at it right now. And there's a lot more in there, and it's very clear they had to kind of cut. And I think they did a good job, but they kind of had the same problem as Akira, whereby they had to adjust.
They had less problems than Akira.
Well, Akira is the red line of this
Oh my god.
comparison. So.
We're gonna lose so many.
With Akira, the ending of it, apparently they took the ending of 2 different volumes and smushed them together.
I think it works.
So it didn't make a whole ton of sense.
Yeah.
But it did. He got transported to there.
He got transported around.
Yeah. So back to this this film where there's a lady with one arm.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Are you talking about Nausicaa?
The,
Sorry, Nausicaa.
the
Oh, Nausicaa! Oh, she's so good, yeah.
Nausicaa.
Oh, little Nausicaa.
the Imperial chick with the armor.
Yeah.
Oh, she is hot.
Yeah, she has one arm, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she does, because it got bitten off by an ohm, didn't it, or something?
Oh
Yes.
shit, more.
She was awesome. She was the good
And
part of the film. I can at least say that.
What, so you don't like this film at all?
This is one of the few Ghibli films that I got bored watching.
One of
Really?
the few. Oh my god.
I mean, out of the
That's
ones
every
I've
Ghibli,
watched
dude.
from the studio, this is the one that I was like, okay, this is.
One of the few. Oh.
He's only watched about 4.
Oh, alright, okay.
Christ.
8. For your
You haven't even
information.
seen the bad ones yet.
Probably.
Yeah, have you even seen Ocean Waves?
No.
Or Ponyo?
Fuck
I've seen
you, dude,
Ponyo.
by the way. We'll get to that. Alright.
Well, what are your problems with it, apart from... Why did you find it boring?
I just
What
wasn't.
part bored
I
you?
just wasn't really. You know, Ghibli films have that like way of like just captivating your attention, and I just didn't really feel that in this one. Like I like the main characters. I like their traits. I like what they're doing on screen.
I like Patrick Stewart too, he's great.
I don't know. It's just I wasn't doing it for me. I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty bizarre.
Good analysis there.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough.
No,
I
it's
think.
Dave's
Can't
playing
quite-
hardball.
I can't quite put my finger on why I wasn't in love with this film.
Okay.
I thought it had like the
Well,
most interesting like setup world out of.
Yeah, I think the world's super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of Ghibli's like more
like that.
fantasy stuff, I think this is one of the more interesting ones.
Because it's just different. I mean, there's nothing else really like this I've ever seen of... I mean, there's plenty of post-apocalyptic Mad Max kind of things, but there's
Yeah.
no real... We've got a giant toxic forest, and also everyone kind of dresses like they're peasants in 1600s, except they have guns and flying airplanes, and...
Yeah.
It's not steampunk, it's more like... I don't know.
Yeah, I
Steam
think
peasant.
it's definitely different enough from traditional steampunk where like it wouldn't make that connection.
I mean, there's definitely steampunk influence,
Yeah,
for
I think
sure.
so.
Yeah.
Maybe steam peasant is the word. Yeah, steam peasant.
I remember not being able to tell if the main character was wearing pants or not for like the first
Yes,
20
everyone
minutes.
does.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
I was like, what is going? What is?
She's
Can I
just
see her
flashing
machine?
everyone
Oh, no, wait,
she
she's wearing
flies over.
trousers. No. But I really like the main character. I think, as always, they do a fantastic job with a female lead.
Yeah, dude.
Considering anime's
Love some capable female leads, dude.
Yeah,
anime's record with women isn't the best.
I was actually reading through some of the
It's
reviews.
pretty
and people were
bad.
complaining how strong the main female character was, and I was like, what do you
Yeah,
smoke?
dude.
What?
Yeah.
Like, she's a great example of a good, strong female character in that she's not just a guy with a female skin on.
Yeah.
What is it? The one from
I mean,
Matrix?
does she have a penis? We never know.
Oh boy.
It's possible.
Well,
Shut
she
the
wasn't
fuck
wearing
up.
pants.
Okay,
She might be
so
Scottish, wearing a kilt.
so what we have learned from this is that Ringo thinks Nausicaa is a
Hey,
Fuda.
I'm just saying, we didn't see. There's no definitive
Could
proof.
happen. Could happen. You do whatever you like in fanfic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'm sad you guys don't really.
I didn't hate it. I
I,
mean,
I think it's good.
I
I think
enjoy it.
I think it's a
Still-
7 out of 10.
I gave it.
That's 10 out
I
of
gave
10.
it a 6 out of 10.
It's
Compared to all anime, you think it's a
actually
6?
it's actually just barely on my Ghibli 3x3 because I had to include 9 things. So
Compared to all anime, Ringo, this is a 6. All anime.
I don't know what to tell
I mean,
you, man.
I mean it's no
I
red
liked-
line, that's for sure.
I enjoyed elements of this film, but the whole package was meh for me.
Guess he just doesn't like a big package then. So.
I really liked it. Gave it 3 red lines.
Three red lines out of 10.
So is that
3 red lines.
is that
No,
30
3
is
red
that
lines out
30
of
out of
Kira,
10?
isn't it?
No, I thought it'd be about a 9 out of 10.
That's good to hear. Well, what did you particularly like about it?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You.
Whoa, calm
Before
down.
you use your name.
I found it to be like the most interesting. The world really got me into it, and a lot of Ghibli movies I thought were about 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So I thought this one was one of the better paced ones. It and probably The Wind Rises were like the ones that
Excellent.
seemed like they went by the quickest. The
Not
ones I
like
was
Cast in the
most-
Sky, which seems to go on forever.
God.
Oh, Laputa?
Castle in the
That
Sky
was
for next.
exactly the one I was thinking of.
Save
is,
it for next. I guess.
Laputa's only 9 minutes longer. It's 126 minutes, whereas Nausicaa is 117.
It's 126 minutes?
Yeah, Cast in the Sky. Only 9 minutes longer. I know. I'm shocked too, actually, now.
Do we want to move on to Laputa? Anybody else?
Yeah, anyone got anything final to say on Nausicaa?
I think we're good.
No, okay. Cast in the Sky. Or Laputa. The reason why it's known as Cast in the Sky in America specifically and also Spain is because Laputa is prostitute in Spanish.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Laputa.
Yeah.
Or Laputa.
Yeah.
So everywhere else apart from like American Spanish speaking places it's known as Laputa. Cast in the Sky. I love this. Yeah, it does seem to go on forever.
Yeah, I really
That
like
kind of
this movie.
fits.
I think it's probably the worst of the Ghibli movies.
You haven't seen all of them, that's for sure.
Have you seen Earthsea?
Okay. No, I have not
Have you
seen
seen
Earthsea. I have not seen My Neighbor the Yamadas.
My name Yamada's great.
Hmm.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's great.
Well, we'll get to my least favorite. They're up there.
Yeah, but what does everyone else think of Laputa?
I did not see this one, unfortunately. I apologize.
Okay.
This is one that I enjoy the world, but I definitely think that it's I don't know. I think it's I think the idea that there's like a race of people who lived in the sky is a super cool thing. I like the planes. I love when Miyazaki does stuff with airplanes. I like that there are sky pirates. I don't know what else. The pirate old lady is the best.
She's the best thing about this film.
She's probably definitely the best part of this movie.
I like the pirates as a whole. Just everything about them is
I think
great.
they're
Whenever they're in a
charming
scene,
as
it's always
hell.
fantastic.
The story itself is fine. I enjoy the setting. I enjoy the aesthetic a lot. Those golem things covered in moss are awesome.
The ones
I don't
that just
remember
like
what they're
the god warriors from Nausicaa.
Yeah. No,
They do look the same,
they do. Yeah.
but they're not.
And
They're not
also
animated by Anno.
the squirrel foxes also show up in Laputa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do.
It's
Yeah.
been a while since I've seen both of them, so
Flame, what do you think?
I liked the beginning parts.
Well, you like him tooting his trumpet for 5 minutes.
That's actually a pretty good song.
I do not remember that. But I didn't particularly care for the pirates just being good guys now. Yeah. They just like, oh, okay, we're I guess we're good guys now.
Well, they were never real
Yeah, I
bad
don't think
guys.
they ever did anything.
They were
bad.
pirates.
I don't know. Well,
No, they're more like the Han Solo type
Yeah.
of rogues.
Well,
But when they
Weren't
found
they the ones
they
that
liked these
tried
people,
to fucking bring down the airship that, what the main girl was on in the beginning?
yeah. Well, no, they just tried to capture her, but they didn't kill anyone.
yeah, I don't know. I think they're definitely like,
I'm-
I don't know, like
Sure about that?
roguish
Some-
troublemakers at best. But I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they shoot some people.
They use baton rounds, if I remember correctly, and smoke grenades.
Yeah,
It's been a while since I
Maybe.
watched it.
yeah, it's been a while for me as well. But I don't know. I did not have a hard time accepting that they were willing to help. I don't know.
But I can see maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
I mean, I just fucking thought it was boring as hell, but you know.
The middle part dragged on forever, pretty much.
Some most Ghibli films. All right.
Yeah. I liked it when they finally got to the fucking castle in the sky.
Yeah.
The castle itself was really cool, but I thought the sort of climax part there went on a bit too long too.
Mark Howell needed to ham it up, so he had to
Oh, is he
had it
in
out. He's the bad guy. It's Mark Hamill.
I didn't watch the dub.
The Joker's in this film?
Didn't watch the what?
Joker.
Yeah, he's the Joker's in the film as the bad guy.
Why didn't you tell me?
Now you love it.
It's Jared Leto
It's Jared.
jumping in.
Jesus.
Yeah, I like this film. Like, it does go on, but it's in the spirit of those kind of late 70s, 80s kids movies, kind of just like Time Bandits or Crom. Do you remember Crom?
No.
Anyone? That's the one with like the 5-pointed star shuriken thing that he throws around. Those fantasy movies where they just they do go on forever, but you're kind of just supposed to watch them half asleep on a lazy Sunday after a big dinner. That's kind of what I see this film as, if you know what I mean.
I can see it.
I think the music in it's fabulous. I think this is one of the stronger scores in the Ghibli catalogue. It kind of has that whimsy and kind of fantastical wonder about it. I really enjoy that. I like the pirates. I think they're great. But yeah, it does go on a little bit. Character design's also not wonderful for the main two characters.
I noticed that the character designs, like at least the faces of like every female character, is the same in pretty much every Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the character designs are rather similar in Ghibli films,
Yes.
but I think
It
it depends on the movie. But I think some of them take enough of a twist where it's easy to distinguish. But yeah, sometimes they
Yeah, My Neighbor's Yamadas, they look totally like Princess Mononoke.
sometimes they just meld together.
Yeah, the Miyazaki definitely has a very specific style of character design he seems to like.
Quite naturalistic, big heads,
Yeah.
big foreheads. I like it.
Big eyes, small
I think
mouths.
both Takahata and Miyazaki's character designs are very expressive. I like the fact they have so much facial movement, whereas kind of a lot of anime faces are quite static, shall we say, and they try to express their emotions through body movement without really anything else. But the Ghibli ones, they do a lot of facial expression. I very much appreciate that.
Solid.
Are we done with the prostitute?
Yeah, probably.
If so, I'll kick her out in the street. And we'll move on to the happiest film in the Ghibli catalogue. Grave of the Fireflies.
Well, no, Totoro's next, isn't it? It's next on Mal.
They were released as a double
Oh
bill.
shit, you're right. I didn't even know that.
The most hilarious double bill.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Grave of the Fireflies and My Neighbor Totoro. Perfect family day out. If I remember correctly, it's because they didn't think My Neighbor Totoro would do well. It's one of them they didn't think they'd do well, so they packaged it with the other. And I think it was Totoro that didn't think they'd do well.
That's hilarious because Totoro is like one of the Ghibli icons. Like,
Well, yeah, it's just basically their logo.
Yeah.
But it might be the other way around. It might be Grave of the Fireflies didn't think would do well.
Both of these movies are beloved, which is interesting. That they
They're
didn't-
both about siblings.
Ooh.
That's why it's got the double bill.
Yeah, but it's before. It's not a modern anime, so they're not fucking each other, which is a shame.
Oh boy.
So yeah, let's go because they, depending on which cinema you're in, they're played in different orders. So let's just start with Grave of the Fireflies.
Okay.
This one's directed by Takahata, the other Ghibli
The other
bigwig,
Mr.
who
Ghibli.
takes about 5 years to even think of a thing to make, and then takes 20 years to actually make the film. Yeah, this is maybe the most respected Ghibli film.
Maybe? I don't know.
It's hard because it's so different from all the
Yeah.
others.
Wow. Spirited Away would be the most respected.
That's the
actually
most
one
that's the most highly rated. I don't know if it would be. I don't know if you want to make that distinction.
Well,
between
what's...
respected as something.
doesn't
that's-
matter.
Yeah. I
Let's
don't
go
know.
on.
Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
but it's one of it's either that or
Yeah.
probably Spirited Away, which I have issues with. And Mr. Roger, it's one of Roger Ebert says it's one of his favorite. Said he's dead.
Yeah.
Thinks it's one of his favorite films, and he says it's like one of the best war movies ever. Even though the director says it isn't actually anti-war. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
Oh, definitely, it's not anti-war.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
It is a semi-autobiographical of the. 'Cause it's based on a book, isn't it? I think,
Yes,
if I
it
remember
is.
correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
And they were kind of semi-autobiographical because obviously he didn't die.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: the main character dies because the film opens with that.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about this because I think it's a really well-made film and I think it's like a fantastic film in that way, but I just don't connect emotionally with it at all.
Yeah. I kind of feel similarly in the fact that people say that this is supposed to be a super sad film, but like when they show you that he's going to die at the beginning of the film, I'm like, oh, okay. So now I know that's going to happen. I guess it's not supposed to be surprising, I guess, but the tragedy really didn't get to me. Like I'm sure it did others.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not even that because like you have kids in a World War II film. Guess what's going to happen?
Yeah.
But I just don't know. I just didn't connect with the characters as characters compared to something like Barefoot Gen, where that's sad.
I still have to see that.
Yeah, that's horrific. Not as bad as the manga though, because the manga's even like more horrific. But yeah, I don't know. What about the rest of you guys?
I didn't
Who's seen it?
see it, but I'm reading a review where someone says the film has no point. Like nothing is like.
What? Because they die at the end? There's no point.
It says it failed.
Well, they die at the beginning, I guess.
Fails to make a statement. This 5 out of 10
I-
review says.
I think it makes a statement. I don't know. I don't know.
It definitely makes a
Yeah,
statement.
I think that.
Oh, yeah.
It's about pride.
Yeah, I guess that's definitely is one of the themes. I think.
Yeah, because he could have easily just
Yeah,
stayed
yeah,
back at
like,
the,
Stayed-
he
stayed
had
with
it
his aunt,
good.
but, yeah.
All
I
he
know
had to
did.
do
Yeah.
was not run away.
Yeah.
But
and maybe do a little bit of work.
yeah, like, oh, I can't do fucking work. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially back at this point in time when, like, childhood's a very modern invention. So we're not too far removed from children working when this was set. Yeah, and also just like, oh wait, war isn't great, guys.
What?
Yeah, really.
Are you serious?
Yeah, who'd have thought?
I know.
I've been taught war is great.
Yeah, I know. As much as I'm trying to think of war anime now, and I can't think of any that aren't Gundam.
Sora no Wordo, I guess?
What?
Sora no... Sound of the Sky.
Sword of the Sky.
Sword
Sound
no Woto.
of... No.
Oh, Sound of the Sky.
Yeah,
Sound of-
sorry.
I haven't seen
Sound.
Yes.
I haven't seen it. It's got 8-year-olds in it, so I don't really care.
Do you not like K-On?
Oh my God.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it, and I have no wish to see it.
Continue.
If I want to see cute girls doing cute things, I'll log on to www.pornhub.com and.
What,
find
not
something
in
there.
hentai?
Oh, I'm talking live action, mate.
Anyway,
Yeah. What do the rest of you think of Go to Fireflies?
Yeah, I talked a little bit about it, but I like the film. It's definitely not up there with my favorites, but I can see why people enjoy it, I'm air quoting enjoy because
Yeah, I don't think it's a film you enjoy.
I can see why
watching.
people like it a lot, or maybe even saying you like it a lot. I don't know, but yeah, I can see why it connects with people. But it really didn't do it for me on an emotional level, and I was really upset by the main character's choice to not go back to his aunt, or I think it was his aunt, right?
Yeah.
I think that was an asinine decision, but he's a dumb kid, so I guess it's to be expected.
He's like 12.
Yeah, I don't know, but if I had to pick living or dying, I don't know. I guess he thought he could do it on his own, but at some point there, he probably could have realized, well, fuck this. But I don't know.
What about you, Flame?
I thought it was. I have problems with it because it felt like you were supposed to sympathize with the main character, I guess.
Yeah, I can
Like, it
Well,
seemed like
he
you were
is
supposed to
dying of
feel bad
starvation.
for him.
I feel bad for him for being a prideful
Yeah.
idiot.
Like, no, fuck that dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's 12. Again, he's a kid. He's a dumb
yeah,
kid
I know.
in a really stressful situation with a person who clearly doesn't want him around.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that part of the movie is probably the most divisive part of this movie among people.
I don't think that's the point of the movie. So,
Yeah.
well, I don't think it's the main thrust of the movie. I think it is somewhat their pride, but
I didn't really get the anti-war thing, to be honest.
the children starving to death didn't.
Well, the children
Give me
starving to
hints.
death was the children's own fault.
Well, if they
Well,
hadn't gotten
not-
their house fire bombed, maybe they could have not starved to death.
The fact their mum died,
But yeah.
and the fact the whole point.
Even
of the
if
aunt
their
being-
mom and stuff
The whole point of
died.
the aunt saying you need to work is because there's rationing, so they need to work to get more rations in for the.
Yes, but they would
Our
have,
household.
even with the war, they would have been fine if he just would have stayed with his fucking aunt.
Yeah, but she might be less of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
So?
Hey, watch your mouth.
People are dicks. Gotta put
Yeah,
up with it sometimes.
jeez, fuck Dave.
Anyone else got anything to say?
yeah.
Or are we moving
You're
on?
not really
Nah.
convincing me to watch this. Other than Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill isn't in
Oh,
this.
then I don't wanna watch
Mark
it at
Hamill's
all.
in Laputa.
Man,
Yeah,
I
he's
lost all interest.
Yeah, I don't know.
But this has children dying, and that's
Yeah,
always a
if you
bonus.
want to watch kids
Yeah.
die, I mean, there you go.
I believe Willem Dafoe was in Earthsea, so
All the Ghibli dubs have like a lot of big name actors.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Because
sweet Disney money.
That Disney money.
Oh
exactly.
god, the
Just fuck,
Mononoke
Well,
dub
yeah.
was so bad.
When we get to Howl and when we get to Ponyo, I'll talk about that. But
But I think dubbing this is actually
I
alright.
haven't seen the dub for Fireflies.
I think most of them are good,
Yeah.
actually. I think there's
I've seen
very
about
few
maybe
fun.
half of them.
Let's move on to Totoro then.
Okay,
People love Totoro. I think it's alright.
it's a fun
Yeah,
movie.
Again,
it's a
again,
fun
I think
kids
it's,
movie.
Yeah,
Again, I think it's a really well-made movie. It just doesn't
I
connect
think
with me.
I think the interesting thing about Totoro to me is I think it does the environmentalism themes pretty well while being a little bit more subtle about it. The fact that like these kids are moving to the countryside and like they can explore their backyard and find cool stuff in nature. Like I like that that's a theme. Like,
If I could find cat busters in nature, that would be awesome.
that would be.
but yeah, I don't know. Like I
Be
think
fucking cool.
I think it was intended to show kids or people that I don't know, the countryside is cool, the nature is neat, but I don't know. Obviously in a fantastical way. But yeah, that's me. Totoro is fun. I like the character.
I seen
Yeah,
the character in VR. Seems likable.
Ugh. That seems
Oh.
terrifying. Because live action Totoro would be terrifying, and even VR Totoro I can feel would be terrifying.
He's cute.
This is a film that only really works in animation.
Well,
Like, can you imagine how horrific live action Totoro
Yeah,
would be?
maybe like a scary.
well,
It's just a bear
The girls are
assaulting
pretty
young children.
horrified of him at first, aren't they?
I think they
Well,
run into the little ones.
sorry,
first.
Satsuki. Satsuki is.
Yeah, I think the big one is, but the little one isn't.
Yeah,
Really?
I think they like the little ones right away, but Yeah, I don't know. I think the first time they see Big Totoro, he's like asleep, right? I think.
Well,
yeah,
it's
no,
the first
I'm talking
time
about the
May
little girl.
does.
I think the younger sister.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Immediately, but I think the older sister's a bit more wary.
Yeah.
If I was a
I could be
kid,
wrong.
I think I'd be way more afraid of the cat bus.
Yeah.
Cat bus is terrifying.
Yeah. The cat bus has balls.
well,
Well,
they need to
we've
bring
got
it
another
somehow.
we've got another Ghibli film with lots of balls. So.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know, okay, I've never really gotten the theory about My Neighbor Totoro about how Satsuki and Mei are actually dead at the end.
It's
That's
bullshit.
fucking
It's not.
stupid.
So fucking dumb.
The Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast, another one I listen to, they used to live in Japan and they're like, yeah, this is absolute bullshit. If you actually look at what they're trying to argue and with the actual like belief systems in Japan, it just makes no sense and it's absolute crap and bollocks. To do with Death, I do think this does well, is that it is a fantastic way of introducing children to the idea of death, like very young children, with the mother being ill.
Yeah.
She dies, doesn't she?
I think.
Or at least implied.
Wait, what?
The mother?
The mother
Yeah, I
doesn't
think it's
die.
implied. I think it's implied it's fatal.
I don't
isn't it?
know. Yeah.
No.
It seems like a terminal illness. I don't know.
I thought she was just like in a friggin' TB clinic.
I do not know. It's been a while for me on Totoro as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the exact details, but I thought, like,
Could just look at Wikipedia pages, guys.
yeah, sure could.
Does the mom die in Totoro?
Well, I know she doesn't die on screen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, she definitely doesn't die on screen, but I think there is an implication that she maybe doesn't. Oh no, wait. Eventually, Mei and Satsuki's mother returns home and sisters play with children, while the friends watch them from afar. Totoro and the friend. Oh, maybe she does survive.
Okay.
Maybe I'd fallen asleep by that part.
Good for her.
Well, even that, I think
no,
it's an interesting way to introduce kids to the idea of tragedy, coping with their mother being in the hospital and stuff like that. But
Totoro doesn't have an English voice actor.
does he make words?
I'm not
He makes
surprised.
grunts,
For the
right?
Streamline. Oh no, wait, no, sorry. He has one for the Disney version, but not for the Streamline version. Streamline dub. Because this is one of those ones where it has two dubs.
yeah.
Like a lot of Ghibli films from the old Streamline one versus the new Disney one.
Holy shit, Dakota Fanning is in this?
Who? Dakota
Dakota
Fanning.
Fanning versus
Yeah.
Satsuki.
As well as Ellie Fanning.
Yeah.
Is that her sister?
I would assume so.
I'm gonna have a look. I don't think it is. Oh no, it is. Fanning is the younger sister of Dakota Fanning, who's also an actress and model.
Yeah.
We're just normal sisters. We both go to school and just play together. I bet you do. Anyone else got anything to say about Totoro?
Yeah, pretty simple.
I like
cute,
cute things.
fun.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Kiki's delivery service.
Hey, I've seen this one.
I haven't
Which
seen this
bit's
one.
the anime? See,
Alright.
well, if you've seen it, go ahead, Ringo. You talk about
So this was the first film I started watching that I hadn't seen in the past. And before I saw this film, I thought Howl's Moving Castle was my favorite Ghibli film. And I saw
Oh god.
I saw this.
Christ.
I saw this and I was immediately in love with it.
It's pretty damn
Yeah.
good.
It's
Kiki's
also one
fun.
of my favorites too.
Yeah.
I think I just
Yeah.
like the more normal Ghibli movies.
Yeah.
Kiki's is weirdly underrated for some reason. Because I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this movie's a lot of fun. I like how like Kiki is like one of the only witches in the show. Like they don't go overboard with the fantasy stuff. It's kind of just an everyday thing, but with a cool
She
little
barely
twist.
uses any magic.
Well, she flies a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the conflict and the climax is a little forced, but otherwise I thought it was good. Like I feel like her losing her magic could have been treated in a better way, a way that made more sense. I don't know. But
Did they ever really go into why she
otherwise,
lost it?
good film.
Oh, because she lost her virginity. That's
No,
why.
they really.
Ah,
There you go.
She got railed by the
Oh
glasses.
my God.
Just absolutely railed from behind. It's all
Yeah,
an
I
allegory.
just thought it was
for
a
losing your virginity at a young age in a stupid fit of Sorry, I'm gonna.
I just thought it was like a stupid plot convenience that like the point where she needed her magic most.
Well, the whole point is
she
she's
starts
growing
using
up.
it. But
And as you grow up, maybe the world gets
Yeah, I don't
a little bit less magical,
The cat
but
stop
it also
talking.
gets.
but then she gets her
but
magic
you
back.
get different magic stuff.
Can't-
Words
Yeah.
failing
I
me.
can't
At this
believe
Yeah,
You
sex
get
magic.
different magic. You get the 9 to 5
Get
job.
whiskey magic.
Yeah,
Oh,
words
boy.
really failed me there. I loved Kiki. I think it's just whimsy, but
Yeah.
fun, and it has stakes and it has good characters. I really like her character design. I think it's very sleek and simple, which works really well for the kind of story they're trying
Yep.
to tell.
Instantly recognizable.
It's all about that bow.
Very cool. Yeah, dude.
Is
GG's,
that your
right?
next song? Gonna be saying all about that bow.
It's gonna be on my next mixtape.
And also we
before,
get the
guys.
continuation of Miyazaki really likes Italy. Which I wonder if that comes from his time doing
Yeah.
Lupin the Third and having to research that.
It has to, right?
Because
I feel
everything
like
he
that
does is set in
definitely.
Italy, or this is totally not Italy, guys.
Or yeah, alludes to
I mean,
Italy.
bloody Wind
or-
Rises'
yeah.
soundtrack is.
Yeah, Wind Rises is like completely unrelated to Italy, but he fantasizes
And the
about
entire
an Italian
soundtrack.
airplane guy. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
so we like Kiki. That's good to
Yeah.
hear.
yeah, definitely.
Anyone else have anything else to say?
Cat's really cute.
The cat is cute.
What
Yeah,
do we
fun,
think of the
cute.
dub versus sub controversy for Kiki? With the cat speaking in the
I
dub
haven't-
at the end, but in the sub, the cat doesn't.
I only watched the sub, so I can't really comment on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not. I did
Because
not know about
basically,
this.
in the English, after she loses her power, the cat starts speaking again. Whereas in the Japanese, it
Oh
doesn't.
yeah.
Keeping up the thing that she had lost her magic. And this is controversial among some people. I don't really care that much. But,
Yeah, that seems like an arbitrary.
well,
thing
because
to
it's the whole
do.
thing of, but that just means she has magic again, whereas the whole point is she's grown up, she doesn't need magic
Yeah.
anymore.
How the hell is she gonna get
Um,
home?
Yeah, I
Without
don't know.
magic.
Car.
Car? she gonna?
Or a train.
Or that blimp.
How do you get around, mate?
I fly.
You don't have magic.
Do you don't fly?
With magic. Yeah,
Well,
I
an
fly
airplane,
like
I
you
do.
guys, right? Everybody uses a broom, right?
Okay, we're moving on. Has anyone seen
Yeah.
Only Yesterday?
No.
Oh, fuck this movie.
So you've seen it. Has
Yeah.
anyone else seen it?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Only yesterday. I don't think
No.
I've seen this.
This movie's
So
boring.
it's the red line
Um,
of Ghibli.
The red line of Ghibli.
It fucking sucks and it's boring. No, so basically it's like this woman like goes to the countryside to like rediscover herself and then remembers her childhood. And so it's takes place between her as an adult and her as a child. And this I at one point like I expected them to come together and like her to realize something about her childhood that helps her get through her slump as an adult. But they're just completely unrelated stories. They don't interact at all, aside from the fact that they share the same character. It's stupid.
Sounds stupid.
I don't know. It's dumb. It's boring.
Okay. If we're done with that,
Alright.
then. The Red Pig, otherwise known as Porco Rosso. Again, Miyazaki's Italian
Ooh.
and plain boner continues. I bloody love
Love
this
this
movie. I think
movie.
it's
This is a really good one.
potentially Miyazaki's most adult movie. I think that kind of romance between El Pigo and the woman is quite subtle, and I think that for Miyazaki it's quite subtle, and I think
Wait,
it's
sorry,
quite
do you
adult
mean
romance to
the
have.
do you mean the mechanic girl or the one that runs the hotel?
The one that runs the hotel.
Okay.
He's not
Good.
fancying the mechanic girl. No.
No, but the mechanic girl fancies him, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, but that's just because she's got
Dumb
that
kid.
big pig dick.
Wow.
Jesus.
I mean, forget big black cock, big dick. Ah, that's quite a tongue twister actually.
Big pig dick.
So I love this. I think it has those wonderful plane sequences where it's just clearly Miyazaki's just like, I'm having fun here.
Yeah.
Let me draw planes.
Absolutely love the airplane animation, and that's great.
I didn't care
And
much
again,
for it. Yeah.
Of course,
It's silly. It's like Popeye trying to be Casablanca.
that sounds
is it
like
trying
a
to be
great thing.
serious?
That's
I
a
don't
great
think it's
thing.
ever really trying to be that serious.
It's like about.
In terms of its story.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean, the
it's,
stuff
it
with the
is.
Nazis.
Like,
I mean, it's literally about seaplane pirates.
It's got a fucking
trying
pig.
to be. Yeah, but the pig's obviously like a fucking metaphor.
Mm.
But like it's. I felt like it was trying to be serious, but also not serious.
Well, I think the story is trying to be not whimsical and not serious, but I think kind of some of the character stuff is trying to be
Yeah,
serious.
it
I
has
think
some
it's a good
pretty
balance.
serious stuff in like the pig, right? His whole thing was his entire fucking squadron got killed, and he wanted to go
and I'm
join
guessing,
them.
like the whole. Yeah, and I think the whole pig thing is probably. This is what I'm guessing, anyways. Maybe an allegory for him getting horrifically burnt in a plane crash or something during that episode.
There was one part where that girl, fuck, whatever her name was, the mechanic
Nicola?
girl, she was like, she like woke up and looked at him, and he looked normal.
Yeah.
So he's a normal guy. Just the pig thing's a metaphor for how he's, I don't know, piece of shit or something.
Guilt ridden, maybe?
Those piece of shit anti-fascists, the worst.
Ugh.
Fucking Antifa.
So you don't like it, Ringo? Did you get a chance to do this?
This was actually the first film I was gonna watch last night, but then I got sidetracked and didn't watch it.
You're used
Sorry.
Okay.
to Faust, you've seen it?
No, yeah, I saw it, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's... I'm not quite sure I would put it in like my top 5 Ghibli films, but I still thought it was very good. Excuse me. Yeah, I definitely think a lot of it comes from Miyazaki's love of planes and hatred of everything World War II.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I think it makes an interesting comparison with The Wind Rises in some ways, because they're kind of two sides of the same coin in many ways.
They're both Miyazaki jerking off over airplanes.
And World War II.
Oh no, he completely
dude.
skips World War II.
Oh, I know. We'll get to that. But I think they kind of just
English.
Use your words.
they're both kind of about the corruption of beauty, about how planes are beautiful and yet they're corrupted for all these terrible things,
Yeah, they're used
and
for
the
war
people
and
inside
stuff,
them get corrupted when they just want to fly.
And turn into pigs.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a literal.
It is
obviously.
very
Definitely.
literal. I know. I like it,
If you like to fly,
Oh,
you're a
no.
pig.
and I think the soundtrack's fantastic. Just gonna. I love the soundtrack in Porco Rosso. That's one of my favorite soundtracks.
Yeah.
I don't really remember it.
But anyone else going?
Yeah, I really like Porco Rosso as well. It's probably my second or third.
Yeah, I'd probably
favorite
put it
movie.
top 5.
I love planes. I
Yeah.
love the planes. Like I think this movie looks really great. Like I mean, obviously all the Ghiblis look good. but,
Ocean Waves.
this
Ocean
one
Waves.
especially is one of my favorites. One of my favorites visually. Oh, fuck Ocean Waves. Get out of here.
What's Ocean Waves even made? 1993.
Good movie.
I'm sad you guys don't seem to
It's been a
like
while
it that
since I've
much.
seen this one as well, but
But speaking of Ocean Waves, that's up next. 1993, Ocean Waves. It was a TV movie
boy.
directed by Tomomi Mochizuki, who also directed Brave Command Dagwon, Dirty Pair Flash 2 and 3, Christ. Kimaguri Orange Road he directed as well.
Huh.
And Pupa.
Oh, yes, of course. The masterpiece of anime that is Pupa.
So, he also did storyboards for Code Geass. So there's
And Doraemon.
some
another
variety
show.
there in his output. Ocean Waves.
I already knew it was bad, so I didn't watch it.
This movie fucking blows.
I didn't
I
know
like
it was
what
a
they're trying to
thing.
do. I just don't think it works. If you know what I mean. I think what they
Even though this movie is like a little bit over an
it
hour,
does feel like
it
goes
felt
on forever.
longer than
It feels
half
longer
of
than
Ghibli's.
Laputa, to be honest.
Wow.
This movie is
It's
one of the
72
shorter
minutes.
ones.
Because she's just a bitch. That's just like the heart of it. He's like a
blocked most of
hashtag
this
nice
movie
guy
out
and
of my
she's a
head,
bitch.
honestly.
And it's a romance between the two that goes on forever. Yeah, oh, and there's a love triangle, isn't there? Christ, there's a new girl. Forgot about her.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, again, I blocked most of that out. All I remember is he went to her like apartment out of the blue, and she was like, "Piss off."
Yeah.
Ocean Waves was an attempt by Studio Ghibli to allow their younger staff members to make a film reasonably cheaply. It ended up going over budget and over schedule. Let's look at the reception to this.
And it ended up being shit.
Website Anime Cafe gave the film a 4 out of 5 stars, noting this to be a graceful and mature offering from Ghibli's younger generations.
Oh man, the first review says this is one of the most underrated Ghibli movies. Oh,
Yeah,
God. Anyway,
Yeah. Let's move on.
yeah, I don't really have much
Let's
to
go
say
to the
about
balls
this.
to the walls one. Let's get our brass balls out.
Oh.
Let's type Pom Poko.
Pom Poko is literally balls.
I really like Pom Poko. I think it's top 3 for me. I just love the fact
This is
that
interesting
it's
because I really don't like Pom Poko.
basically a war movie.
No.
Like the way it's presented is like a war docudrama. I think that's a really interesting way to phrase it. And I also just love the way how visually interesting it is. Like just all the stuff they do with their balls.
Yeah, I think this movie is like neat and inventive, but I also did not.
Yeah, a
really
lot of
find
people seem to find it
at all.
quite boring.
I think it's cool. I like the idea that the Tanuki are fighting back against people developing their habitat, but like, I don't know. I couldn't be bothered.
Anyone
to
else
care.
seen it?
No.
I'm sorry.
Flame?
I didn't even know. it
I'll
was a
commit
thing.
Sudoku.
Ah, okay, so it's
No,
just me now.
Ringo.
I can see that. I just love the way it's framed, and I love.
Yeah, I can see why.
And I
you
just like the fact, like, oh, we have to go find the 4
definitely. I
legendary
think there's
warriors.
It's only tag.
And the
It's
foxes.
only tag on Mal is kids. Seems kind of odd.
Yeah, I wouldn't show this to kids.
It's like literally just kids. No drama.
Yeah, there's
no...
a lot.
Not-
there's
not-
a lot
it's,
of balls.
It's not because of the testicle thing. It's more just because it's not really
Yeah.
a kids' film and how it's paced and it's like I wouldn't show a kid The Longest Day, not because it's violent, just because they're gonna find it boring as shit. And I love The Longest Day.
Would you show a kid Redline?
Yes.
Well, that movie's long
Great,
and
send
boring.
it to sleep. But I'm sad you don't like this particularly. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna cry now,
I
Dave?
It's fine. I think it's a creative idea.
like the parade and stuff
Like,
as well. That's
I
awesome.
like
You
it.
get all these
I-
cool visual stuff
don't
in the
know.
parade. You've got the foxes doing their slinky. Ooh, we're a bit shifty.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I have this set as completed, but I do not know what I would rate it. Like I
It's a
have
weird
it
one.
unrated.
Definitely is a weird one.
Just because I have no idea what I think about this movie, even though I've seen the whole thing. I don't know. It's weird.
The English dub refers to the testicles as raccoon pouches.
I think definitely the spectacle of them using their balls.
It's
to
pretty
make
funny.
things
I
is,
think they must have had balls of steel to do that. I just like the fact, let's make a kids movie or like a family movie and just have testicles everywhere. Can you imagine someone in America making that? Can you imagine
Yeah.
Disney making a film just with testicles everywhere?
yeah, it's Zootopia,
Like,
except they all
they
have
just make stuff out of their
testicles.
testicles. Oh, jump out a tree. Gotta put my balls behind me so I can use the parachute.
What the fuck?
Well, because they're Tanuki, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tanuki.
Yes.
You need to
Yeah,
watch
they are
it.
Tanuki, yes.
If you haven't seen it, you do need to watch
Sounds
it. just 'cause
painful.
What they do. Oh no, they're magical balls. So
Yeah, the Tanuki have
Yeah,
yes,
magical
they can
balls.
do.
That's like
They
a-
create magical parades with their
folklore
balls.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds a lot.
Got an
It's
impressive
like Penguin's
word.
Memory. You
That's all
try
I'm
to
gonna
describe
say.
it, and you're like, this is absolutely nuts, and who would ever think this is a good idea? In the end, it kind of
Nuts.
works, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh god, so many. It's like in a job interview the other day where it was for like talking about nuclear power or something, and I made a joke and said, "Oh, something. I got nuked that idea," and I went, "Oh god." That was the worst pun I've ever made. I genuinely apologise to the interviewer saying, I'm so sorry. I'm ashamed of myself, I'm ashamed of my family.
Did you get
Commit
the job?
apologize.
Sudoku.
I don't know yet.
I apologize for
I
my
don't know if I
nuclear
got the
joke.
job yet. If we're done with that. Whisper of the Heart. I love Whisper of the Heart.
I do too.
Favourite Ghibli movie.
Oh, this
Alright,
movie's
favourite
fucking
Ghibli movie.
shit.
Not sure I'd say it's
You
my
ever seen
favorite,
it?
but
Wow. This is one of the only Ghibli movies I dropped. I watched like half of it, hated
you
myself.
don't
and then
like
had to
John
suffer through the
Denver's
rest of
Take
it.
Me Home Country Roads?
I
Fucking
love it.
country-
I love it.
wanted to kill
As an
myself.
English guy who's never been to America, I love it.
I actually wanted to die listening to Country Road every
It's
five
a
fucking
song
minutes.
about West Virginia
this movie.
that talks about stuff that's not in West Virginia.
Not like mountains.
Yeah, it talks about like the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah River, and
I think I've
neither
heard
of
Blue
those
Misty Mountains.
are in West Virginia.
Do people actually live in West Virginia?
They do.
Hmm.
Not many.
That's unfortunate.
There's just one
I
big
don't
country
even know
road.
where West Virginia is.
It's
assume it's
north
west
of
of East
Virginia,
Virginia.
oddly enough.
East of.
Yeah,
Is it
not
west?
west?
Of,
It's
What?
not west of Virginia.
is it west of East Virginia though?
It's west of some parts of eastern Virginia, yes.
Anyway, who's seen it then? Who?
I
Put your
have-
hands up
oh,
vocally.
hands up.
I have
Yeah,
not seen it.
I have seen it.
Hands up.
Faust.
Yeah,
My
my
hand
hand
is
is
Excel.
down.
Oh, of course it is. Faust.
No, I have not seen it either.
Okay, so it's the three of us.
Yeah. I'm ashamed of myself.
You guys can talk about how much you like it. I'm gonna sit here and
This was
Country Road.
this was directed
No,
by.
don't give us a fucking DMCA strike.
I'll just say it out. This was directed by Yoshifumi Kondo, who's the guy who's being basically groomed to take over Studio Ghibli. But he died shortly after this film was. Well, not shortly. 3 years after. Well,
I guess he's.
shortly after the film was released, so it's his only
I
one.
guess he's not gonna take over Ghibli, is he?
Hmm.
No,
Sad.
Goro Miyazaki's instead.
Well,
But I love him.
yeah.
I love how real the characters are. I think they did an excellent job, especially with the sister dynamic, just how that feels like a real relationship. I mean, sure, you got all the whimsy stuff with the cat, which I'm not too hot on, but I think it worked kind of in her imagination.
Well, they don't even go to the magical place till like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They
Unless
don't
they fell
go
asleep
to
somewhere
a
in
magic
there.
Place,
Which
like,
is-
ever. There's not any magic in this movie. I don't
I
think.
don't know. The
No, it's just her imagination.
the
Yeah.
place from the Malcover. Yeah.
World of
same thing.
imagination. I can't remember how the song goes. But
Wait,
I
were
love
you
it, and
singing
I
the
love
one from Willy Wonka?
yes,
Yes.
Okay.
that was what I was going for. But
I
can't remember how the
wasn't
song goes.
sure.
Well, I'm sorry. What do you like about it, Flame?
I liked how there wasn't any magic in it.
Yeah, there isn't.
It's very down to earth, I guess. I like the main character quite a bit.
Yeah, she's great. She's
Uh,
just like, I like books, bro.
I like writing.
Let me
Leave me the
read.
fuck alone.
Oh, and let me just listen to your song.
Let me write parodies of country roads.
Concrete roads, take me home to the 7-Eleven. I belong.
The romance was pretty solid, I guess. Had a stupid ending.
I like it. I know, I like the ending because they're young dumb teens. That's the sort of thing a young dumb teen would do.
What, you could just run off to Italy and get married?
Well, no, they don't run off together. They declare their love, and he goes to his Viola thing, and then comes back, I assume.
Yeah, and he comes back and they ride on the bike, and then he's like, "Hey, let's get married." And she's like, "Yeah." And that ends.
Wait, no, they don't. Oh, no, he proposes for the future. He doesn't like say, "Let's get married right now." That's like a, "Let's get married at some point in the future when we're not 14." Actually, no, because she's graduating high school, isn't she?
I believe so.
I don't know. What high
He's
school
going
is.
off to make fucking
Italy.
yeah, Italy,
Right.
of course, the greatest country on
Yeah.
earth,
Pizza.
according to
Pizza.
Miyazaki.
Oh, it's pretty good. I do like Italy. Yeah. Oh wait, no, she's 14. She's graduating junior high. So yeah, it's not like
What?
let's get married now.
That's
It's-
fucking weird. It really seemed like it had higher stakes than, oh god, I'm not going to be able to go to. I thought it was more like, oh, I'm not going to be able to go to college if I don't fix my grades. No,
Yeah,
just
but
high
you know
school.
how like Japan. You know how Japan's school system is. If you fail early on, you're
Entrance exams.
fucked. Like Japan's school system's super high pressure, like all of these East Asian countries. They're all like hot pots, basically. So I can understand that. So why don't you like Whisper of the Heart, Al? Come on, explain yourself.
It's
Why is
boring.
it boring?
It's
Why is it
shitty. Because it's
What is
2
it?
hours long. No, I don't know.
I find it's only 111
I
minutes.
like, I don't know. This movie was a lot more like slice of life or normal than
Yeah,
I
then you
expected.
should like
I
it.
don't know. I don't
You
tend
like
to
slice
like.
of life?
I don't tend to really like the slice of life when it's in a film. I like a bit more structure than that, but I don't know. Generally, a lot of the slower paced, more slice of life stuff, especially when it comes to Ghibli's, don't really do it for me. I don't know. This movie just bored me to tears.
Well, you bore me to tears.
There we go.
No,
At
I
least
love
we
this
have an
film.
agreement.
I'm sad that you don't now. I think it's
Yeah. I
maybe my
apologize.
third favorite film ever.
Hmm.
As in, not just anime.
Shit.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know. High stakes. High stakes.
Steak.
And cheese.
Mm.
Subway.
Why would you put cheese on steak?
Yeah, let's move on, because Christ, there's a whole load left.
Yeah.
Princess Mononoke, that's a big one.
Yeah, I know. Are we going to talk about On Your
We'll
Mark?
oh yeah, On Your Mark. Anyone seen that apart from me?
I saw it, I think.
Yeah,
It's just a
it's
music
pretty
video,
cool.
isn't it?
We've done On Your Mark.
Yeah. I don't
Shelter?
really remember.
Everyone's Princess Mononoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
But
Shelter.
better.
So it's the red line of Shelter?
No, because it's actually good. Unlike Shelter.
Shelter is the red
Oh.
line of On Your Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shelter's
On
pretty
Your Mark
shit.
would have been allowed on anime.
All right. Let's
Oh yeah, it would have been, because it's made
let's
by
fucking
Japan.
move on.
For
Fuck
Japan.
this.
Princess Mononoke.
Hey, I saw this
Many
one.
people think this is their favourite one.
It is.
What? What's the
It's a
movie?
movie.
It's probably
it's
my
nice.
second favorite of the Ghibli movies. I
It's
really
good
like
looking.
the. It is good looking. I really like the whole what do you call it? Journey sort of thing.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
I like Lady Eboshi, like a lot. She's fucking badass.
I think that this movie is one of the funnier ones with the subtext. The fact that there isn't a warrior from the east who is going to the industrialized
it's-
west
It's fairly heavy-handed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's not beat around the bush.
to teach them about respecting nature.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think this movie's interesting. I wouldn't say it does as much for me as a lot of the other Ghiblis, a lot of my higher rated ones, but I can see why people like this movie. I think
Yeah, I like
ending's
the fact they
pretty
don't have a happy ending
cool.
so much.
Yeah,
It is quite heavy-handed at times. But again, it's one of those ones where
yeah.
the amount of real bad guys is quite limited. Like Lady Eboshi isn't really a bad guy.
Yeah, I think the closest person to a bad guy is that
Yeah.
one
The
guy,
frog
the
face
one
guy.
guy who was sent by the emperor or
the
something.
main
or
bad
something.
guy.
What is his name?
Who's voiced by Woody Harrelson
Yeah.
in the dub.
Oh.
It's so
Really?
bad.
Huh.
And does a really bad
It's
job.
so bad.
Um,
The dub is awful.
Oh,
He
Jigo.
looked more like a Uncle Iroh sort of guy.
Yeah, I really liked him when he was first introduced. I thought because he runs into the main character
Yeah.
like within the first like 15
Right after he
minutes of the
shoots
movie,
that
I
guy's
think.
arm off,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And then they kind of part ways. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I guess we could talk about the
Yeah.
violence in this.
Oh
movie.
yeah.
What's this rated? This was rated. This was like for kids, and it's quite violent.
Yeah,
They shoot off heads.
it is.
And like there's blood everywhere. I like that. I think children should be exposed to violence at a young age. Quite
There is no
frankly.
kids
I mean,
tag for this.
Look at Anno over here.
I watched. What? I mean, no. Like, I think children should be exposed to the real world early on. Why not? Show them a bit of.
I remember going to
at the age
see this
5.
in a theater a little while ago, and there was some kids in there, and
That must have been amazing.
some of the kids were crying.
Yeah, well, that's their fault.
Yeah, it's because they're pussies.
Kids.
Fucking pussies.
Yeah, pussies. You can't take the heat. Get out of the kitchen. That must have been amazing to see on a big
Yeah.
screen because this is kind of film
That
where
kinda-
it really. I think
Go ahead.
like say Waterloo or Lawrence of Arabia. It's one of those films that really needs to be seen on a big screen to fully appreciate
Seeing how
it.
this is the only Ghibli film I've seen in theaters, it's kind of like skewed it towards my favorites, just because it's so like, it's so beautiful.
Oh, it is. He didn't like Miyazaki redraw like every frame in the movie or something, or 90% of them.
It's not perfect. I have to redraw it all.
I also think it has the best soundtrack of any Ghibli movie by a long way.
Yeah. I really haven't gotten into the
It's all just Joe Hisaishi, isn't it?
I maybe like if I were to rewatch some of these, maybe I'd pick up on it a little
I
more.
can't
But
really
I've never listened to any of
remember
these on
any
their own
themes.
Ghibli soundtracks.
From any of the films. Maybe from Kiki, I remember
Yeah.
just because I just saw it recently and it kind of stuck in my head, but other than that.
No, this one and
They do. I do have to say, sorry to interrupt. I think that even though I don't pick up on it, I think that
Yes.
the soundtracks do wonders for the atmosphere of these films.
it's Joe Hisaishi and he's pretty damn good
Yeah.
at his job. He does all the Miyazaki
Yeah.
ones.
And that's the thing, though. I mean, some soundtracks are great because they are providing that atmosphere without standing out, and then there's some movies, like Nolan films, where like the soundtrack
Yeah.
like drives the film.
Well, yeah, it depends on the film, doesn't it?
Yeah, Nolan films, where the soundtrack drowns out the actual things going on.
Oh god.
Yeah, my favorite
Shut up.
movie, Interstellar.
I haven't seen that.
You can't hear the characters
So
shouting
bad.
over this fucking soundtrack.
That's because it's in space.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, I forgot. Space makes a loud droning soundtrack noise.
Yeah, this film, the like sort of like
Anyway.
adventure feeling, is like probably the best out of all the Ghibli films I've seen. And that's what that.
Oh yeah, it does
That's
feel
why I
like
like their films so much. Those films that just like take you along for the ride.
Yeah, I think the
yeah, it
setting
definitely
is
feels like kind of a
interesting.
fantasy epic sort of thing. In the classical style
Yeah.
of the epic. I love it. Mal, say something. Let's hear your voice.
Email.
Oh,
Flame, even,
Mr.
not Mal.
Flame.
Flame. Sorry,
okay.
my bad.
I always think you're saying ow.
Yeah,
So
why-
you
I
should
don't know why
either-
you
I'm
use.
sorry.
Yeah,
Either call them
I don't know why you
O's
use
or
those
call 'em-
interchangeably.
Malaka Straka
Yes.
Flame.
Waka flocka.
Flaka
Come on.
Flaka, come on.
It's alright. It's fine. Yeah. I don't have much to say about it, to be honest. It's just sort of
Alright.
there.
Okay.
It's fun, I guess. Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It exists.
It has moving pictures and sound.
No, it has pictures.
Well, you're
They're not
really
moving.
helpful. Okay, we'll move on then.
Yeah.
Yeah, move on. I
Has
guess.
anyone
think-
seen My Name is Yamadas?
It's the one of the last four that
No
I
one's
have
seen
not
it?
seen. So
No. I
Speak
have
now,
not.
forever hold your peace.
I have a feeling this one's going to bore me.
It's gone. Spirit Away.
Okay. Oh, we're not going to talk about Yumacha, dude?
No.
The tea commercial?
Spirited Away.
Hey, this film.
Fire away.
Uh,
Fire away.
Spirited Away.
Hit me with
Go.
your best
It's
shot.
interesting.
It's
It almost has
it's
a
very
9
popular.
now.
Ooh.
So it's not as good as Gintama.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like the depiction of like I like that it's the weird spirits, all the cool designs. I think that's
It's
really
got that kind of-
the bathhouse is a really memorable location. I think.
I think it
Kinda
really
got that
nails
I think that's one of the strongest things in this movie. Is the fact that the location is so cool. And a couple other Ghiblis do that too. They have really good iconography, I think.
The part where she
think-
starts working in the bathhouse to like not quite the end because the end's stupid, but the climax I guess was really solid.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts of this film is when No Face starts getting gigantic. Everybody's
Well, that's like
scrambling
the
around
main
to
set
feed him,
piece
and
of the
he's
film,
spitting
isn't
up
it?
gold at people. I know. I think that's
I like
that's
it
so
when he's
cool.
chasing after him and he got hit by the waves.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
The
Yeah.
ocean waves.
Oh god. Speaking of oceans, I like the part when she starts walking down the railroad track in the water. Kind of like a stark
Yeah.
difference in
Pretty cool.
That part, the scene on the train is really memorable too. Just all of them sitting on the train.
There's some gorgeous shots.
Yeah, I don't. Again, it's one of those things where I think it's a good film. I just doesn't connect with me.
yeah, it's like
and
you
I don't
experience
particularly
it,
like it.
and it's great,
Yeah.
and then you just forget about it
I can see that.
later on.
But it's not even that. It's just like, okay, I can see this is a good film, but I'm just not particularly into it. Oh, that's my phone. Who's? Oh,
Hi-
you.
Hi,
emails.
Dave's phone.
It's it's VRV trying to sell me something that I can't use in my country. It's called VRV.
Nice, good.
One of those pillow things.
No, that's the Funimation Crunchyroll service. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't click with me. I love the way it kind of does that kind of folk
Oh.
horror fantasy
So how I
thing.
feel about that film we talked about in the beginning. Nausicaa or whatever it's called.
Bloodline? Or
Nausicaa.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about for a second. Yeah, I don't know what it is because every part of it should connect, and yeah, it just doesn't. And I do very much feel the Oscar one was
Yeah,
we're so sorry we didn't give you the Oscar for Princess Mononoke. Like so much. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't. Maybe I just don't like little girls.
well, that's a good thing, Dave.
Yeah, that's probably
But I'm not an anime fan, then, am I?
I thought the first
I
half or so of it wasn't particularly interesting.
I don't know. I think everything after, like when she crosses the bridge and goes into the bathhouse, I think that
Yeah.
part is
But so
when
after
it starts
15
getting
minutes.
interesting.
I mean,
Yeah.
they have to do some
I
introductions.
don't know.
Just constantly appear in a bathhouse.
Yeah, they have to say. I didn't think the beginning.
thought the
of this movie
resolution
felt
was
that
a
long, but
Oh, and his resolution. It felt a bit forced. The ending. A bit
Yeah.
rushed.
Oh, and this guy's a river.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That came out of nowhere. I mean, I assumed they were trying to foreshadow it with the no-face stuff, but it felt like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
He's a
I
river
don't
now,
know.
guys. He's also dragging away. What? What are you on, mate? Maybe that's just something that doesn't culturally
Don't
translate.
you know,
That
he's
might
a
be
river.
thing that- Maybe it's a pun. You know, like they like their puns. It's probably a pun.
Yeah, it's probably a pun.
Wait, are
Ghibli,
you just talking about Haku?
yes.
Haku no Mono from Usha and Totoro is what I'm talking about. No.
Yeah, right, of course, I forgot.
Yeah.
Talking about like 80s
Named
shonen
the
series.
best film of the 21st century so far. Oh, second best film of the 21st century so far by the New York Times.
What?
That's damn high
I
praise.
disagree. I disagree.
Do you know
with
what the
that,
first
but
was?
Yeah, all right. That might be an interesting thing to talk about. Do we think this movie deserves the praise it gets?
I think it deserves the Oscar.
It's rightfully called one of the best Ghiblis out there. I don't know, because people like to hold this movie up.
I don't even think it's the second best Ghibli of this millennium.
Okay. Wow. I think it deserved the Oscar. I don't think it deserves to be called the second best movie of this millennia.
Well, what other films came out during that time? Because the Oscars count year by year.
Well, let me see. I'm looking at. I'm trying to find the.
Well, yeah. What else was in the category?
I'm looking for.
Animated feature.
Okay.
It's probably
Come on,
Despicable
dude.
Me?
Dave, you're supposed to be prepared. You're the host.
Shrek or some shit.
Jesus Christ, where is it?
It's probably Shrek. I bet you it is Shrek.
B-Neck, where is it?
That did come out around. I think.
Somebody once told me.
Yeah, Shrek is my favorite Ghibli.
I can't fucking find this now. Where is
It's on the internet somewhere.
Oh, 70th. That's called Academy
It
Awards.
was
Look at
Spirited
Oscars.
Away, Ice Age, Lilo and Stitch, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and Treasure Planet.
Yo, Lilo
Oh,
and Stitch
Jesus
was great.
Christ.
Treasure Planet, dude. That's a funny thing. The Spirited Away dub, the voice actress who voices the girl is also the voice actress who voices Lilo in Lilo and Stitch.
I do like Lilo and
do
Stitch.
too.
I do think Spirited Away is the best film there.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, among the ones you just listed, yeah, definitely.
That's the year Chicago won Best Picture, Gangs of New York, and The Two Towers, and The Pianist.
Man,
One of those
that's a
movies
hard
is pretty
movie to
good.
get to.
Yeah, but
It
it's
is
a good movie.
but it's
Another one, I wouldn't say I'd enjoy it, but it's a good movie. Oh, and Hero came out. The Chinese film that goes on forever. Like all wuxia films.
is it a
Anyway.
Chinese cartoon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyway,
no, it's
Spirited Away.
a live action.
Ugh.
Spirited Away. What are we talking about? Does it deserve the praise it gets? Give me a yes or a no.
Yeah.
It is a good film.
Yeah, is it good?
It's one of their better ones.
I think I like. Yeah, I think that it's reasonable that it's put on a pedestal. I don't think it's the best personally, but
Is it better
I
than
think
Your
it's up
Name?
there.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm guessing you disagree, Faust.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I keep cutting out. No, I don't think it is better in any way than Your Name.
Actually,
Well, the animation's way better.
Here comes the.
The animation
No,
is.
I would be an
not
edge
better.
boy if I said that I thought Hellsing was better in every way than this, or fucking
Oh boy.
Red line.
what's your Gantz?
What?
Wow.
this probably has
Okay,
a better
so I
dub
can-
than Hellsing.
Well, that's not difficult.
I actually really like.
Yeah, I
the
think
Spirited
it's
Away
actually a solid dub. Like, they do.
Can't remember
I
it.
know it's fashionable to hate dubs, but I think the dubs in general are pretty solid for Ghibli films.
Yeah.
Let's move on then, because we are running long. Cat
Oh,
Returns.
yeah.
Does anyone see that? Anyone care?
It was on my list for
Okay,
Friday, and
nope.
I fucked up.
It's one of the yeah. It's one of the few. I was gonna watch it. 'cause
And
it was
now
short,
for
and I
the
got around
second
to it.
worst Studio Ghibli film ever made.
I think you mean the best.
No, boy.
Howl's Moving Castle.
I love this film.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go.
Explain
It just-
how
it just
you can possibly do
feels-
that.
It's a
It-
fucking good fairy
It's about
tale.
that journey that they take you on. I just loved every part of it.
Well, their journey to the ending, which is about should be another film, but it's compressed into about 15 minutes.
I will not argue that there are pacing issues, but like with Mononoke,
Pacing issues? Jesus Christ, mate.
like with Mononoke, I just love the journey of it. Just that feeling.
The first half or so of this movie, it's pretty good. Then it,
Yeah, the first half's great.
then it goes
and then
straight to shit.
yeah, it just turns into basically like a montage of stuff and makes little to no sense. You've got to fit in the anti-war bit in there as well. Got to fit that in.
Well, it's not like the
Yeah,
source material wasn't just as
I liked this
anti-war.
movie when I first watched it. I liked this film when I first watched it years ago, but yeah, it's got
Maybe I
some
just
it's
need
got
to
some
rewatch
issues. I think that I think that the moving castle itself, and I think that the characters are memorable and cool. Casstle for the Fire Demon is dope. The dub is pretty
isn't
cool.
The one with Christian Bale.
What's his name?
What?
Christian Bale is Howl.
Yeah.
And Billy Crystal
sounds
is
amazing.
Billy Crystal
Back
is
again.
Calcifer. Yeah. So part of my enjoyment of this movie.
I might need to rewatch it in the dub.
But
The
So
dub is
have
solid.
Have any of you actually read the book?
No.
No. Why would I read the book?
Reading?
Really? Okay.
I watched the movie.
Well, 'cause they
why
are-
do I need to read the book?
Pretty different stories, but yeah.
That's weird. The English dub, they've got all like these, famous actors and then Crispin Freeman. Like, it's bizarre that
Yeah.
they'd have just like one
That's
normal
weird.
anime voice actor in there.
Yeah.
As Turnip
Especially
Head.
since it came out like 13 years ago.
At the end, when he turns
No,
into a
yeah.
person.
Yeah, at the end. That'd be spoilers.
Oh,
wouldn't
that's
it?
right. That's right. That's
I
right.
not that I care about spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
spoiling all
Spoilercast.
these movies.
The ending,
essentially.
the ending is terrible. I'm sorry. It's indefensible how bad that kind of final
I
section
might
is.
really need to rewatch it because I'm not remembering. I remember it being not good, but I don't remember it being like dog shit.
Well, it's literally just like, here's the film going on, yeah, and then suddenly like, oh crap, we've got to fit in about this half as much content again in about 15 minutes.
Oh fuck, we need to finish this.
Yeah.
They had the
there's a
fucking war going
he
on the
has
whole
issues,
time.
Something happens. Oh, they're okay now. Wait, what? What? It's an absolute mess. I'm sorry.
They had the war going on the whole
Yeah,
time.
so
They
here,
had
this is someone
shown
looking.
that he had basically sold his soul to the devil and was having issues transforming back like a lot earlier in the film. Is somebody
Yeah,
trimming
they
their
also
nails?
Just, like, rush straight to the conclusion of that instead of having like a progression.
No, like fucking everything that happens, they show why it's happening earlier in the film. Okay,
Do they,
what?
though?
What don't they?
There's definitely foreshadowing
they, though?
of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but they may like foreshadow it, but they also just leap straight
Right.
to
Your issue is that
conclusion
they
of it.
just crammed it, not that they didn't show it.
Yeah, well they did show it, but they also, the thing is they went straight from, it's not really a problem with foreshadowing it to, and here is the final conclusion of it. There was no middle space
Like
of
they
that, and
skipped
that's
an act.
the issue of them having to cram it all
Everybody,
in.
everybody disagrees so
That's the
much.
big
during
problem.
it. This is a great.
Yeah, I might need to
podcast.
rewatch it because I didn't
I love
watch
this.
it this week because I had already seen it, but might be time to rewatch it.
I'm really liking that.
Yeah, no,
The varying
I don't
opinions
get
here.
that at all, Dave.
Well, you're wrong.
I will say it was my favorite.
Anyway, anything,
Yeah, I'm
It
sorry.
was my favorite
Any-
until I watched
anywhere else
some of the
is-
other films, and now it's
yeah.
my third favorite.
oh, I haven't seen this one. I want to.
I'm not. You should all agree with me.
Right, I forgot we
Well,
have to bow down to you.
It only goes up from
Your
here.
superior
Okay,
taste.
Trump.
Let's move on then
Yeah.
to the best Ghibli film ever made, Tales from Earthsea.
Yes. It's a
anyone else seen
masterpiece from Goro Miyazaki.
I
Wasn't
don't think it's as bad as people.
wasn't
say
this
it
the
is.
one that Miyazaki walked
Miyazaki
out
walked
on?
out the
Yes.
premiere.
Yeah.
It had to be persuaded to
Oh,
go
is
back
that
in.
great, huh?
I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I think very much it suffers from being compared to other Ghibli films. If it was released like a non-Ghibli film, people would just be like, that wasn't a wonderful film, but it was alright, sort of thing. Whereas it's kind of derided as being one of the worst films ever, basically.
Well, I'm sure if Shinkai made it, everyone.
You
Oh,
wouldn't
but
love
there
it,
are two
though.
people standing a little distance, staring at each other.
No, I know.
Oh god, fuck Shinkai. But do you know what I mean?
Fuck
I think
you,
it very much
Dave.
suffers from being a Ghibli film rather than just a film.
Yeah, no, I think most Ghibli movies that aren't at the level of some of the better ones get compared to all the rest, and then I don't know. I think if it's hard to, but I think it's necessary to try and appreciate them on their own. But when you look at everything through the context of
He
all
got
of the
worst
Ghiblis,
director
it's-
from the Raspberry Awards.
I didn't think it was a
Really?
particularly good movie, even like outside of Ghibli.
I don't think it's wonderful.
It's-
I think it's like
I
a
still
solid
haven't seen
5
it,
or
so I don't
6, and that's not bad.
It reminded me of a lot of like Aragon or fucking Percy Jackson or
It's better
whatever.
than that. It's better than that.
Oh. A B or C
Yes,
tier
that is
teen
exactly
literature?
what it is.
I think that's a bit.
It has
feels,
some pretty.
It has good acting at least.
I wouldn't know. I watched the dub.
Would you say this is the Mass Effect Andromeda of Ghibli?
Well, no, because Mass Effect
I'd
Andromeda
say
is
this is the
legitimately
red
bad.
line.
I like Mass Effect Andromeda.
I'd say it's the. I'm trying to think of a good comparison now. I think it's the Halo Reach of Ghibli.
is great.
Ghiblis.
Actually, I think
Wait, that
Halo
would mean
Reach
it's
is
the
probably
best one,
best.
though.
Shouldn't it be the
I think it's
Halo
the best
5?
one, but actually that's a bad comparison.
Tales from Earthsea is the best Ghibli movie.
It's got...
Yeah, that doesn't work now. I think about it because I actually think Halo Reach is the best Halo, apart from one maybe.
Yikes. Yeah.
Fine then. Crap. I don't know then. Continue.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't need
Willem
to think of an
Dafoe
analogy.
was he's pretty cool in it.
He's what? I thought you were just exclaiming Willem Dafoe.
He's pretty good in it.
Timothy Dalton as well.
Yes, he was actually.
Oh, wow.
great.
Wow.
He was the wizard
And-
guy.
Yeah, and Matt Levine. You're just great when a guy doesn't even have a link on Wikipedia.
Make one.
That's the best.
Yeah, wow.
Blair Restitanio. Who the hell is that?
It's a movie that obviously required sequels. But-
Yes. Well, it's a huge amount of source material.
Yes,
that's
would
the-
never get one.
Yeah.
Because at the end,
mean,
like
it's-
the girl turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
For-
something like that.
for-
I mean, it's based on the first 4 books.
No, well-explained reason.
It is explained in the books, but yeah, no, it
No,
is.
it's explained in the books.
So read the book ending. It's fine, guys. I mean, if Made in
Yeah.
the Abyss is the best anime
Yeah,
of the
just
year.
like every light novel adaptation.
Yeah, you know, if Made in the Abyss is the best anime of the
Not
year.
every light
Nah,
novel
then this
adaptation
should
is
be.
bad.
Oh no, they're all unfinished.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, Monogatari's terrible.
Uh,
Okay, let's move on. Let's move
Anyway.
on to the guy who wants to.
Oh, well, we got to talk about Iblard Jikan.
Oh no, we're
Do
talking
we,
about
though?
Ponyo.
I have
Okay,
actually
talk
seen
about
Iblard
it.
Jikan. I
artwork
want to
for
shout it
this
out.
looks really interesting.
It's basically just an artwork showcase. It's like 30 minutes of looking at like paintings that have like a very tiny
Sounds
bit of animation. It looks like what you would like if you watched like a lo-fi hip hop stream or something. Like this looks like the GIFs that they play.
Yes.
It's super relaxing. Honestly, I fell asleep watching this, and like that's a because it was so relaxing.
It's a good help.
Honestly,
I'll put that on the box
I'd
art
say
Wow.
quote.
I fell asleep during Whisper of the Heart too, and that was not a compliment. So
Double standards.
anyway,
Okay, now we're going to move on to the man who
Yeah.
wants to, the boy who wants to shag his fish.
Yes, that is exactly how I described it.
the best Ghibli film.
What?
What?
No, Ponyo is actually my favorite Ghibli.
No!
Are we
Just
talking
no,
about
you're not allowed to
Ponyo?
have an opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Ponyo's,
are.
like, one of the worst Miyazaki things he's done.
Ponyo is
It
adorable.
is adorable.
Ponyo is fun, and that's all it needed to be. That's
He
all I
wants to
wanted
shag
out of
his
it.
fish.
That's what you get.
He's a girl.
It's the fucking it's the fucking Little Mermaid, dude.
It's a worse version of
No.
the Little Mermaid.
Well, he wants it to be the fucking Little
No way,
Mermaid.
dude.
He's also 5 years old. What 5-year-old has ever had romantic feelings for anything other than custard?
I honestly I don't think what they have is really romance, but
Oh, it's definitely supposed to be a
I don't
romance.
know. I think that they're both too young to fathom what the idea of that is.
But if it wasn't true love, then the moon would have crashed into the Earth because reasons.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a very simple film. I think that
Oh, and has worse mother.
it hand waves some stuff, but a lot of Ghiblis do that, and I think this one doesn't really matter in that case. But I don't know. I know it's an unpopular pick, but
Yeah.
it is one of the only things I can watch and keep a smile the whole fucking movie. It's
It
just
does have that
too
good
much fun.
adventure feeling that the other really good films have.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would.
But also it has worst mother ever.
Yes.
Like, she's just a terrible
Like,
mother.
oh
so
fuck!
good.
There's like a
Terrible.
tsunami.
She's-
Better drive through it.
Yeah.
Dude, she's a
an idiot, That's what
badass.
she is.
Well, kids, the
Exactly.
world's flooding. Better stay at home while I leave you to go back to where we just were.
I don't know. I think that's it was necessary for the story to be a thing, but
Well, obviously.
I don't know.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to go try and shag
Yeah.
his fish girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
God, this film is weird. Like, it's just weird. And then it ends with like a high five. It's bizarre.
Yeah, dude.
Would you want to end
And
with
they
a
do
kiss?
kiss at the end, yeah.
This movie is pure fun, start to finish. That's pretty much all I
What?
have to say about
So
it.
it's like
Exactly was.
It's like the red line of Ghibli. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, dude. Red Line is
Yeah.
also
You know,
pure fun. Start
Possibly
to finish, so,
uncoincidentally, I gave them the same score.
3?
yeah,
A one.
we have the same shit taste. I know.
What exactly was like the message of this film?
Doesn't it need a message?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just fun.
Fish
I
can
don't know.
be
I
hot
think
too,
just
goddammit.
exudes childlike.
Well, I mean, it was
innocence,
obviously going for
honestly.
something
Like,
along the lines of environmentalism, and then
Oh, of course it was.
I don't really think that there was any
The
there was no
dude-
reason
like
that the Mr. Ocean got mad. That was
Mr.
why
Poseidon.
it was flooded. Like I don't know.
Ocean, dude,
Yeah, Liam Neeson got upset.
he
And
was like
that's fine.
early on in the film, he was like, fucking humans are awful, polluting the ocean and shit. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that an environmental message was.
It's
the
a
point of this
Miyazaki
movie.
film.
I mean,
It has to be.
But yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be subtext, but I don't think that was the reason this movie exists.
Okay. Let's move on because we are running way late.
2 hours
Yeah.
and 10
what are we
minutes
at, 2
almost.
hours?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, and I gotta edit this.
All
stuff.
right.
The Borrowers, otherwise known as Arietty elsewhere.
Yeah, it's a good
I
film.
quite
Thought
like
it was
it.
yeah.
This is the only Ghibli film I've seen in
Pretty
theaters.
Did you guys grow up with the Borrowers?
Yeah.
No.
No, I
Because
did not.
In England, that's like a famous book in England, like all the every child reads it, and there's
Yeah, I
and there's
have heard
been
of
like
it.
a ton
I
of
have
films and
I'm not
TV series
familiar
on it.
with
So like I knew the story
Yeah.
already, like a lot of it, stuff about it.
Yeah.
And so I've got like this weird thing whereby I have a weird nostalgia for it, and also it's like this isn't the Borrowers. What?
Yeah,
this
the,
isn't
the
what I
scale
remember.
of the film, since the main characters are super tiny, it was interesting to see
Hmm.
camera from that perspective.
I always love, I love seeing when they do like normal sized things, but from the side, like something of tiny people.
Yeah.
And did you
for
watch the
sure.
American or the English dub?
American.
The English
Japanese.
dub's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're wrong. Watch the English dub; it's better.
No,
Trust me.
can't be.
Color,
Superior
Yeah.
Nippon voice acting.
Aluminium.
Folded 1,000 times.
I don't think you can make your aluminium any harder, mate.
I like
It had
I like-
Spider-Man.
Anyway, yeah.
I really like it. I think the music
Yeah,
also.
it was fun.
It's another one where the music really stands out. That main theme is fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, it's another story of a boy falling in love with something much smaller than himself, much like Ponyo.
Well, at least there wasn't actually any
Oh,
romance.
man.
Yeah.
I
I also don't think the
Anyway.
wild boy was really that necessary to the film. Like,
I
he
forgot about
didn't
that.
need to be in the film at all.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I saw this movie when it was in theaters, so it was probably like
mean,
Yeah,
it's
it
not
came
just
out in
me.
2011.
I think they could've had
They
the whole film
needed
in
2010.
something like that for them to like escape.
Yeah, but they could have found another way. Like,
Well,
he
you
could
can
have
say that
helped them.
about
Yeah, I don't know.
anything, though.
No, but like, he could have easily been removed from the film. Like, it's not like if they got rid of, I don't know, the boy from the film, like the like normal sized boy. Yeah, the film would be totally different, but the film wouldn't be totally different without the wild person. I don't know. That's just a thought.
That fucking old lady, like his aunt, was a fucking bitch.
She's a bit.
She is a bone dry bitch. Yeah.
I'm gonna call the exterminators and fucking kill these people because I don't know. I'm just a
Yeah, dude.
cunt.
I mean, I thought it was a good, kid's story.
It was a solid movie.
Don't think it necessarily had to be any more than that.
High School DxD Season 4 trailer. What?
Yes.
Oh yeah, don't
Sorry.
you know?
Yeah.
DxD Hero,
No.
I believe. Is the...
Oh my god. Is it... Sorry.
And
Okay, I'm
it's
gonna
safe.
watch this. You continue talking on your own bat.
Alright.
Yeah. We'll know what the sounds are
Yeah.
then.
Dave jacking off.
Next film is from Up on Poppy Hill.
I also actually really like this one.
Incest. Yes.
Yes. This movie was weird.
I forgot about the incest.
I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't consider it up there as far as Ghibli's go. It's better than some of the stuff that I outright disliked, but I don't know. I thought that the setting was really cool.
Yes.
That club building was interesting. The rest of the side, I don't know. I felt like I cared about like them restoring and trying to save the club building more than
Forbidden
the
romance.
other part, more than the like, are these guys brothers or brothers?
Well, it doesn't matter
because
because they love each other.
thing.
Yeah,
even if
love
they were.
overpowers all.
Yeah.
As we learned from Era manga.
Love finds a way.
I thought the music was kind of weird. Like I went through this whole movie, just about this whole movie, thinking it was set in like the Depression. Nope. Her dad
I
died
kinda
in
like
the
the
Korean
music,
War and
right?
it's set in the 60s.
Yeah. This is one of the few Ghibli movies where I actually like noticed that the music. Was
It
good.
made
I don't
it
know.
seem a lot older than
I
it
kinda
was.
like the
but maybe
vibe they
that's
went with.
because
Yeah. No, I do agree.
it's just
though.
Japan was behind the times.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
All them
Literally
anime
shout-
kitties.
Yeah.
He literally shouts
Yeah.
boob
Had a
dragon.
little wank there.
I'm not sure I like the new character designs. They look a bit odd. I prefer the older character designs. But yeah.
They're the same
I'm gonna be
ones
watching
used
that.
in the last season, weren't they?
No, they're more detailed. I prefer. They're definitely more detailed. They have more different shading. Oh man, that's so good. I hope they get the dub cast back together.
So from Up on a Poppy Hill.
Oh, Up on Poppy
Yeah.
Hill. It's
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
Wind Rises.
Yeah, that's generally what we. All right.
I
Wind
watched that
Rises,
today.
Let's do it. I love
I
this
thought it was
movie.
really
I think
good.
it's really good. Ending's a bit sudden,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I would have liked it to
In
be
general,
more biopicky. Like maybe instead of
I can see that.
less fantasies about Italy, more like about how he
It's
came
weird 'cause
up with the design or something.
It's weird because it's almost Satoshi Kon-esque in like how he kind of merges reality with dreams and stuff. Like
Yeah.
he must have been like, oh, Satoshi Kon did this cool thing. Let me try it.
Kagi is big on that too.
I think
I
that
didn't see this, but I'm looking at the poster
Yeah.
for it.
the
The main character looks extremely similar to the kid in Kiki, and that's kind of bothering me.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
except
I guess so.
this guy's voiced by Anno.
Yeah, that was a bit distracting at
Yeah.
times.
Yes, it
Cap-
was.
I love that.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. I
What?
kind of like.
I
I think it
know.
was really distracting.
Yes.
Yeah.
really I want to know the context.
Because him
behind
and
it. I wanna
Miyazaki
know
are friends.
Well, yeah, but did Miyazaki say like I want you
I
to
think
be
it's
in this,
probably-
or
seeing
did
as
Anno
it's
just
supposed to-
say I
I
want to
think
be in
it's supposed
this?
to be Miyazaki's last, because it was supposed to be Miyazaki's last film, like actually his last film, unlike all his
Yeah.
other last films. I think he wanted to do it, and like him and Anno are really good friends, and so he
Yeah.
wanted Anno in on it, like the guy who
Star
the big nose guy who gets them kind of looked at by the cops.
Yeah.
He was played by the Disney rep in Japan, who kind of deals with
Oh,
Ghibli.
wow. I did not know that.
And that's why he sounds a bit odd too. But yeah, I kind of liked Anno. Like, it did sound weird at first, but then I was like, okay, this is actually
Yeah.
how a person
Yeah.
talks, so it works.
Honestly, yeah, I thought his voice performance was great.
It was very jarring at first.
Yes.
Hearing
It's
that-
not how anime sounds.
Because he's supposed to be like a. When
Yeah.
you first think he's supposed to be like.
22.
Yeah, he's supposed to be really young, but he sounds like Anno.
Yeah.
It's like Space Adventure Cobra, the OVAs, where it's like the guy from back in the 80s doing it, and he sounds about 50 or 60. And he's supposed to be acting a guy who's about 25. It's like, this is an old man speaking here. I know. I think it was interesting that he sounded naturalistic and yet everyone else sounded like anime, sort of. It was a weird contrast.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the dream
I love
sequences
them.
in
I
this
thought they're
movie. I know
fantastic.
we talked about that a little bit. I think that they're so fun. It's just the animation's very fun to watch in those sections.
I really like the audio design of it. I like how they made the earthquake at the beginning, and also the engine sounding up, make them sound animalistic and kind of like living beings. I thought that was a really interesting design choice. It kind of fits into the thing of his kind of whole nature thing. I mean, this film's really about corruption and beauty. But that kind of, I can see that being kind of like the natural world's beautiful, but also can produce these horrible
This
things.
was PG-13. What the hell went on in it?
Not much.
Airplanes.
I don't know.
There was that like scene where she just coughed up the world of blood. That might be why.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got tuberculosis. PG-13.
Oh, and they did pork. Their romance was also a bit odd. Like, it was like, oh, I haven't seen you in 8 years.
I've loved you
now
since
let's
you
get
were
married."
12.
Let's get married now.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think she was 12. I think she was much closer to his age
see
than
it.
her looks would give away.
When they first met,
Yeah.
I thought she was
can't
supposed to be
believe she
like
was
a
12.
little girl.
No, I think they're supposed to be about the same age.
I'm gonna look this shit
I'm
up.
not sure.
Look on
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
But another thing I really liked about this film was the kind of like the workplace element. I think that the boss is a really cool guy. I think I kind of like that atmosphere. That's not something that you really see in any of the other Ghibli films. I like that. I like that how they helped hide him. They helped.
Well,
help
weirdly,
him out.
this is
I don't know.
what I'd consider the closest film to Whisper of the Hearts. It's weird that you like this so much and dislike that one so much. Because they are very similar in that they kind of mix
Airplanes.
fantasy reality
It's-
and also it's just a romance.
Yeah,
It's
this one
the
has
airplanes, dude.
That turn into CGI shitballs when it zooms out.
It's got Anno.
I
and
really
it's got
dislike the
airplanes.
part in the hotel with the German guy. I really fucking hate it in biopics where people always come up and tell you what's going to happen. Like, shut the fuck up. That didn't happen. You didn't.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, there was no reason for the whole "you'll be arrested by the thought police" thing. That did nothing for the movie.
Thought
Yeah.
police.
Like that didn't
That
didn't
section was-
factor in. It just meant they moved to the other person's house. Like it didn't factor at all
Yeah.
in it. I don't quite know why they bothered with that. It was odd, very odd.
Very odd. Anything else?
We got an
about
age on
Wind
that
Riders?
bitch.
No, they don't.
No, I wasn't able
Oh,
to
yeah.
find it.
They didn't say it.
So yeah, well, I don't know. We were talking about Porco Rosso. I said that was my second or third. This is the other one that would be in the
Oh,
running for that.
it's very
It's
well.
Probably,
sorry.
probably my number 2 favorite.
No, go.
No, it's probably my number 2.
It's very well paced. I thought like it's 2 hours long. It did not feel 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the
Definitely.
ending, where it just went, and we're done.
Yeah. Well, World War II happened. None of all your planes got wrecked.
You had your you came up with the 0 plane, but we didn't mention that. Apart from right at the end. Did you enjoy your 10 years? Wait, what? Yeah, the
Yeah.
ending has issues because it doesn't really feel like there's a climax as such in many ways. I mean, there is one with the plane working, but then it's like, great, you got your test
Yeah,
plane.
I thought the plane working was satisfying enough, I thought, but I definitely think, I don't know. I can see where you're coming
It's
from.
like, you got your test plane to work. Well, great, because you can't put guns in it, so it's useless.
So it's like the Aviator, where he makes the big old bomber plane that they don't even use. At the very end. I guess I'm
I think it's just supposed to be since it's a biopic. I think you're just supposed to know that it did great.
Yeah.
Not great enough,
Yeah.
but
Did great. Not great enough.
Yeah, they all got destroyed, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we done with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Princess
Oh
Kaguya.
boy.
Okay, go then.
All right. Yeah, I haven't seen this
I
one.
do
so
not
you
like
guys
This
this
is my new
movie.
favorite one.
Yeah.
Out of
It-
the
Really?
ones I have seen.
I'm probably going to watch this, so I'm going to get up and come back.
Going-
I think the first half's fantastic. The second half
moment.
is a bit of a mess.
It went on
think-
a bit too long with
Yeah.
the gifs.
The people, yeah, the gifts. Like
Yeah.
as soon as they hit the gifts thing, it just like
That was
it was walking in molasses.
It's a very like folk tale-ish thing to do, where you keep repeating.
Well, it is
the
a folk
stuff,
tale.
but that does
It
not
isn't even that.
work very well in.
Yeah, it just feels like the film they wanted to write was the first half, and they were like, oh, but the story traditionally has this bit on the end. Oh, we'll do that anyway.
I quite like the ending.
Sort of thing.
The way that
I haven't looked
Did
at the Mal page for this. It didn't feel like a Miya's.
Well, because how do they actually end it?
what?
Well,
How do they end
She
it?
goes back to
'Cause-
the
Yeah,
moon with the Buddha.
The Buddha comes from the
Okay,
moon,
yeah.
and he has no fucking chill, and he's like, "Fuck your parents," and puts the shroud over and takes her back to the moon.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what happens in the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's from the moon.
Yeah, going into the ending,
Yeah.
I was like, Avatar did this better. But
Yeah, there's so many shows which have done this.
But then
It's like the most famous story.
yeah, I thought it ended really solidly. How how the guy, what the fuck his name was, the something,
So this is
the older guy from the village.
This didn't feel like a Miyazaki
Yeah.
film. Did he direct this?
But it's
Well,
not.
it was
It's
Takahata.
Takahata.
That's weird.
That'd be why it doesn't feel like a Miyazaki.
'Cause I guess I had watched so many of his films. I was like, okay, so this feels way different than anything he's done.
But I do think that first half is fantastic, and the way the visuals are used to convey.
And the
feeling.
visual
art
style
style
of this
story.
film
That one
so beautiful. I want to see
Yeah.
this in a theater.
I wish
really don't
more
like
could
it.
do You don't like it? Wait, explain
No.
yourself.
Oh.
The scene where she's running out of the
I-
temple.
Yeah, that's like amazing. It's one of the best shots in all of anime.
I don't know what shot you're talking about. I don't
She's like
remember
running
that.
out of the temple and like running through the doors
Is that,
and
is that during the nightmare
On
sequence?
her name day,
Ah,
during the
Yeah, so that is the
celebration,
nightmare
she
sequence.
overhears people talking shit about her, and she's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Because no one has any chill in this.
No.
Fuck shit, get hit.
I just thought it all looked really sort of just.
Beautiful.
I'm not entirely sure how to put it, but like sketchy and off model. I
That's
guess
the
would
point.
be the best way
That's
to describe
literally the art style.
it. But then it's a shit
is
art
the
style.
Evangelion bad? That
It needs to be photorealistic.
No, it doesn't need to be photorealistic. It just needs to not look like shit.
Well, it's supposed to look like a fairy tale, which it does.
No, it looks like ping pong, which looks like shit.
See, this is like the one Ghibli movie
You
I'm
should go
missing.
watch
That I
it.
actually still want
It's-
to watch. The rest
Yeah.
of it, you can give or take the rest of it, but
It's beautiful. I
I'm
can't
very
believe you don't
interested in
think it
this
looks
film.
pretty. Like, the whole point is it's
No.
supposed to be sketchy
I could
and
see
kind
how someone
of
would be
dreamlike and...
off-put by it because it's like so drastically different than anything I've ever seen.
Oh, and if anime doesn't look Maid Dragon with Moe shirt, it's terrible.
Is that what I said?
Yes, pretty much. Do you want to stick a smartphone in it and someone from another world?
And get like 6 wives?
Don't spite
Oh,
me.
sorry, 8? Is
Yeah.
it 8 in the end? I think it's 8. I think he gets 8.
And they all have to be lollies.
Only
All of
one.
them.
Yes.
Half of them are lollies, half of them are lolly
Eat
traps.
lollies.
Wait,
Oh God.
wouldn't that be a
You know,
Shota
I'm
then?
sure. You know, we probably just described something that's airing next season.
What, lolly traps?
No, it's all about those emotos now.
Eight
Wait,
lolly traps.
No, that's
Lolly Trap
Shonen
Sisters?
Maid, isn't it?
Do like a good lolly trap sister. Who's not related by
Yeah.
blood.
Gotta check all the boxes.
Not allowed to be related by blood, though.
Yeah, because that makes it okay.
Makes it fine. She's just your cousin, it's fine.
But yeah, this would be
Um,
probably my first or second favorite film out of the ones I've seen from them at this point.
This is probably my least favorite of all the ones I've seen.
I love how different all of our opinions are.
It's really good.
No,
Sorry,
it
bit
means
distracted
all of
by
you
it.
have shit taste.
Yeah.
Even though we already established
that
that
just
with the
speaks to
Your
the,
Name
like-
cast.
That's just a bad film.
I think that just speaks to how different all of these movies are. I don't know. They're different, but they're similar enough. Where different people can get different things out of them. People can love ones that other people hate. I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
So now just looking at next season, and there's a guy.
Oh,
There's some man service, and it's wonderful.
excellent.
Of course. Is it the next season of Free?
Are we done with? Are we done
Yeah,
talking
go
about
watch
Kaguya?
it.
Or
What
Don't
about?
go watch
Has anyone
it.
seen
I will.
Marnie?
I have.
oh
Talk
yeah.
about it then while I look at other stuff.
It's
This movie's not very good.
This movie is the story of a
Um,
young girl who wants to have sex with her grandma.
Wait, what?
And the reveal was so stupid.
What?
Oh,
So we
alright,
moved on from
anyway,
Little
yeah.
Sisters
to grandma's.
Gilfs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
She's a
Basically,
ghost
yeah,
grandma though, so
you
it's
got it.
okay.
Oh God, Christ, what?
Yeah. The main character Anna is an actual edgelord at the beginning.
Yeah,
of this movie.
she's got a lot of problems.
She hates talking to real people, so she talks to the ghost of her grandmother that she doesn't know is her grandmother, and goes into a house that's actually abandoned, but sees it when it's not abandoned. I don't know. It's
There's this house people say is haunted, and she goes there and she meets this girl Marnie, and they have a grand old time, and she like falls in love with her, and it took like at last like 10 minutes of the movie, you find out that Marnie is her grandma, and I was really worried that they were not going to go with that twist, and I'm not sure if that would have made the movie better or not.
I don't know. I did not think that it was definitely, at least for me, it was easy to tell that they were like related by like the second
It was
half,
fucking obvious
pretty
she was
much.
her grandma about it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. It was weird and dumb.
It was
Hey.
yeah, it went on a lot longer than it needed to.
Yeah, this one is another one that's an hour and 45. That probably could have been a little over an hour, maybe. I don't know. She spends a lot of time towards like maybe the last third of the movie, like not being able to find Marnie,
Barney?
and then like not knowing why.
Marnie's over there, isn't he?
I don't know. It's
And
weird.
Marnie's a fucking bitch. Like at one point she's like, "You have it
Yeah,
lucky
she's-
not having any parents." My maids bully
Yeah.
me.
My parents are mean. Yeah. It's, yeah.
And she's the reason that girl doesn't have any fucking parents, because she was a shit mom.
hmm Yeah. Oh, and at the ending, you talked about this a little bit, but literally last 10 minutes, the old lady who's painting is like, "Yeah, she was your grandma," in only so many words, but she's basically like, I don't know, it's stupid. We see her like 4 times throughout the movie, and she knows like everything about Marnie, but the girl who's literally obsessed with Marnie never really asks. her
Well,
about
I think it was
again.
implied that she couldn't.
It's,
Because when because earlier on
Really?
they're trading like questions, and she like asked Marnie some question, and then she like passed out.
no, I know, but I thought no, I'm talking about the old lady who's
Oh.
painting. She couldn't have asked her because she was also obsessed with the house, and she's the one who says like she knew Marnie who lived there, and then that's like one of the parts in the final reveal that it's her grandmother. But Anna talks to that old lady painting like 3 times throughout the movie, I think, and the old lady knows everything about Marnie because she's also obsessed with her or whatever. But I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, it was a pretty mad movie.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of the most meh Ghibli movies.
Cool.
Not terrible, but not good.
Are we
Shame.
done then? Or Jib also?
I think
I,
it's
Yeah,
I
I'm
haven't
pretty sure
seen
that's all of
any
them.
Ghibli film past the last one we just talked about.
There's
Yeah.
only,
Ask Kaguya. Well, I think that's
there's only
it.
been one more, which is
So did all
Marnie,
these.
and then
Yeah.
Miyazaki's Hungry Caterpillar, or what the hell it is, coming up.
It's like he's
Which you just-
Boro the caterpillar, I think.
Yeah, where he just kind of squatted in Studio Ghibli till they decided they had to make it for him. Like, no one asked him to make it, and he just like came in one day and started
Hey,
drawing
he
storyboards.
is anime.
Yeah. Anime was his mistake.
after he watched Earthsea, he was like, "Anime is a mistake, and so is my son."
Ah, poor Goro.
Yeah.
We did
Cool. If we're done,
Yay! It only
God,
took
it's
us
so
2.5
long.
This
hours.
is probably going to be
Jesus
under
Christ.
2
That's
hours.
everything.
I'm gonna.
What a
Edit
weird,
this down.
what a weird way to end it with a super meta
Yeah.
film.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
a weird way to end Ghibli in general.
Yeah.
So are we yay or nay on the Ghiblis?
I think that they are generally good films, but I think people like to overlook some of the more average / bad ones and say that everything
Yeah.
Ghibli touches is great. But generally, that usually comes from people who haven't seen everything. So
And also just from fanboys, like with KyoAni.
yeah,
Oh, Kia's
Yeah.
worse. Calm down. Oh,
Yeah,
they make the best
I would.
character.
As a fan of a lot of stuff KyoAni does, I would say also that their fans
It was
are.
bad to
Ghibli's
fake
also
that could be
unfortunately made
another
it to where
podcast.
like everyone just everyone that's not into anime associates anime to Ghibli.
Which I think
That
is
is
better than
true.
associating it with
Yeah, I
porn,
think
but,
out of all the brand investors we could have, they're probably the best one. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. For
what
sure.
would be better?
Shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who's
Yeah, that's
who's
going
the one
really
that
well.
animates High School DxD then?
Satellite, I think, isn't it? Is it
Yeah, the
Satellite?
new
know who
Satellite.
does.
Satellite should be the global ambassador of anime.
I've just
They
checked.
made
DxD.
Legends of the Galactic Heroes.
Again,
Wasn't
I'm
it?
talking
Was
about
that
like
Sunrise?
Yeah,
a studio or whatever, or as a creator. Oh, it's TNK.
Yeah, I think.
Who does TNK are?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think the Miyazaki Ghibli combo is a good face for anime to have, at least to the mainstream. Because I mean, there is some legitimately great stuff here. Some fantastic films. I don't know.
Well, at least until we get the next Miyazaki, who is, of course,
Yoshi
Makoto
Kimino.
Shinkai.
fuck me.
Makoto
Yes!
Shinkai,
Yeah.
you denied being
Well,
the next month. You denied
I couldn't
being
think of that
Yoshiki
guy's name.
Kimino.
Shit.
We had the next
Miyazaki.
one, but then he died.
Yeah.
I like to just call
I
him
thought it was
Shinkai.
Soda until someone else came in and was newer.
Yeah, until someone else made a movie that grows more.
Or just made a movie that anyone heard of.
Wish Satoshi Kon
Yeah.
didn't die.
God, it's so stupid.
That would have
Such a
been
stupid
nice.
idea, the next Miyazaki.
Yeah, I know.
We already got the next
Anyway.
Miyazaki. His name's Goro.
No, we had
Yeah,
one and he
same
died of a
Goro.
heart attack after making one
Have-
film.
Dude, haven't you seen Earthsea?
Oh,
Come on.
Poppy Hill was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did like Poppy Hill.
That's another one whereby if
talking
it wasn't
about Goro
Ghibli,
stuff.
people would like it a lot more.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, if we're done, well,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
pretty
we
much.
are.
everyone say
Bye.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
We're not
Goodbye.
going yet, though. We're not going yet though, because I've got to pimp some stuff out.
Goodbye.
I've got to do
We're
that.
gonna.
I reorder this. No. Stop it.
Yeah, Dave's got
I've
to shill
got
all
to
his
shill my
bullshit.
stuff. You're free to shill too. I'm gonna shill my
Yeah.
my little blog, OVA Watch. I gotta actually remember what it is. Wait, I can edit all of this. It is OVA Watch at OVAWatch.wordpress.com, where I look at old shows you don't care about and talk about them. I'm still transferring things across. I'm only at number 22 at this point, whereas I've actually gone through about 73 of them or something on Reddit. But have a look there. Also check out my mate's podcast, Nerddom and Other Nonsense. They also do an anime podcast, but mostly just talk about nerdy things on their main podcast.
Nerds.
That's me. Anyone else got anything to shill?
Yeah, if you're watching this, send me a PM on Reddit. Tell me to fuck off. All right.
Y'all should watch the new or the next WWE TLC pay-per-view, because
Yes.
motherfucking Kurt Angle is going to be on that. Even though this will come out like
Finn
probably
Balor
a
and AJ
month
Styles.
after that. That's going to be fucking
Yes,
cool
it
too.
is.
I'm hungry.
The first
no
two
idea
heads
about
of the Bullet Club.
I'm hungry.
I would like
Anyone
to
else got anything to show?
promote my boy Lonzo Ball. Almost got a triple double
What?
last game. Would have been the youngest player
God,
in
I
NBA
really-
history to do so.
Did you see his fucking appearance on like Raw?
Is there anyone else on his team?
You don't need anybody else.
No, like, is that the reason why he always got triple double? Because there's literally no one else who can play.
Yeah.
There's Kuzma. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be pretty good.
He actually has the rest of his team on his back the whole game.
I'm trying to think who else plays for the Lakers. Julius Randle? Does he still play?
That's not a real player.
Kobe Bryant.
Julius
Julius
Caesar.
Randle is not really a player anymore, is he? I mean, he's fairly crap.
I had my LASIK surgery done at the same place Kobe Bryant got his done.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Must have
Welcome
been
to the
good.
NBA
Right,
cast.
goodbye.
Today
I'm
we're
hungry. I'm
talking
gonna
about
go
the
buy
NBA.
food.
We're going now. Yeah, I gotta go eat my food. Everyone,
Bye.
say goodbye.
Goodbye. Do we
Bye.
gotta clap?
Okay.
fuck off.
The intro and outro music was provided by our boy Ringo at ringo-scar.bandcamp.com, and the background music was straight from www.bensound.com. Links are in the description below.